Mark's just freaking out.
Are you about to start it?
Yeah, you're cool though.
Okay.
I don't even know if anybody's in here yet. Jesus Christ. Yeah, get out of here. He's freaking out. God, go tell him already. Broken, my man. Let's get some people in here real quick. How do I look? Oh, we look good. Oh, we look real good. All right. Da, 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 da. What's up, Ray? Ray's a good man. If you guys haven't checked his channel, I hope you're still going strong on there. I gotta peep your videos, Ray. So you know what? There's 11 of us in here. You know what time it is? Buckle up, baby. Yeah, I almost look as good as you, Broken. I know. Chris, what's up, baby? How you doing? You got Destin for life. I hope you're still in here. Dustin, Joseph, looking good, Uncle Jack. Well, you know how we do. Ugh. I'm just kidding. I should work out more. Sherry, what's up? Sherry. So, yeah, we're going to have some fun here. Okay. We got 20 people deep. We're riding heavy. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and get this link. Hold on. Okay. So, basically, if you were here last time, I was just letting any of you guys hop on. Ray, I know you said you want to do a podcast. I'm going to put the link down there. All you got to do to jump in is click that link, and it's game time, baby. Whoever wants to come in, you're more than welcome. I'm going to kind of interview you guys. You look handsome like Magnum PI. You know I do. Oh, thanks, man. Broken. He said, I could click on these. He goes, saw a pic of your girl. Very nice, bro. Yeah, redheads, man. Wait, what is that from? Dazed and Confused? Matthew McConaughey goes, love those redheads, man. We got Broken coming in. Hold on, let me get my headphones on. Yeah, anybody who wants to join, I'm only going to have no more than 4 people on at once. And I want to just let you guys know now, if things get too heavy, I might have to kick people out. And if you hear my dad yelling, just don't mind him, okay? All right, let's get this party started. This guy goes, love your style, bro. Gotta laugh this shit off or it'll poison you. Yeah, I totally agree with you. All right, Broken, can you hear me?
Yep.
All right. Can everybody hear us good? I'm assuming you can. Tony, my man. Nicholas Zach, what's up, man? Thanks for thanks for your dude. It seems like I can't read when I do this, but like I can't even touch my computer screen right now. So my computer screen's so small and the words are like this big. So, when I'm reading these things, I'm like, what? Uh, oh, okay. So it's my best friend. He lives with me. Yeah, so Nico, what's up, Big Daddy? How you been?
Oh, just living.
Yeah, I'm actually I appreciate all your guys' support for my dad. I actually good news. I found him a place that will actually take him in. So that's coming up. And yeah, so I'm actually going to be able to go on a vacation for once in my life. So I'm very excited about that. And Michigan is a stop on my list. So I'm going to be up in your neck of the woods.
Nice.
Yeah, so anybody who wants to hop on the link, I'm going to keep clicking the link in here. Tony Armstrong says that's awesome, bro. Curious, can you guys hear my dad yelling? He's literally screaming right now. Like he's
I'm
yelling.
not picking it up.
All right, cool. Well, I got like the mic. You could set it to where it's a weird thing. I don't know. Uh, yeah, it's a good microphone. I'll tell you that because he is. I can hear him through my headphones right now. Let me see. All right, we got everyone in here. Looking good. Appreciate everybody being here. All right. Boom, boom, boom. the up. I don't know what that
Upper
means.
Peninsula.
Oh, the upper device not detected. Something's wrong with this. Gosh, you might need to try and you're gonna want to try and redo that. It wouldn't let you in. All right. We got Vaughn. How do you wait? He goes, how do we bridge the gap between men and women for great relationships?
Honesty.
Yeah, honestly, you just nailed it. Right out the gate. Took everything I needed to say. Honestly, well, honesty's one, but when it's cool to be a slut, and even for dudes, it's cool for dudes to just slang that dick around town. This is what you get, you know. Oh, we got Stomp the Elites. He is actually one of my first Patreon members. That's my guy. I'm stoked to have you guys here. All right, looks like we got Ray coming in. I think this is Ray. Let me see. Is that you, Ray?
Hey, what's happening, man?
Oh, all right, everybody. This is Ray. He has a Red Pill style channel as well.
Modeled after yourself, Jack.
Ray, you're still doing your gig, right?
Yeah. I started up again the last few days. I've been kind of busy with work for the past few weeks, and I think that's a killer on YouTube, isn't it? Because you kind of have to be consistent, like yourself, and getting content out there every day.
All right, so Ray, if you don't mind, I'm going to drill you with some questions. So where are you from? Where are you hailing from?
Can you take a guess?
Ireland, Scotland.
Scotland here. I'm from Scotland.
Oh, Scotland. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna guess Scotty.
Yeah, I'm 75% Irish. So
Oh, wow. Have you been
yeah.
over?
No, never been. Yeah.
I used to live in Texas, and when you go to the checkout in places and people hear your accent, it was always the first guess was Irish, and then they would they'd plumb for Scottish.
Yeah, I guess Scotland's kind of second place, I guess, huh? But anyway, so if you don't mind me asking, what do you do for work, and what are you doing for work besides trying the YouTube stuff?
Well, okay, I'm into cryptocurrency. I launched a cryptocurrency coin in 2021 called XR Doge, right, which was a meme coin.
Yeah.
That means. You get the Doge coin, all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
It was kind of similar to that, except it was a different platform. So I've been kind of living off that for the last couple of years. I've been trying to kind of diversify a little bit. Cause
how much did you? Hey, Chris, welcome. I'm gonna get to you in just a second. Chris, can you hear us? Okay, you good?
Yeah, I can hear you. Okay.
All right, cool.
You got it.
So okay. So how does that work? How does that work with the crypto coin there, Ray? Like, how much did you make? Give us the details here. I'm curious on this.
You can't ask that, man.
Come on, man. Give us something. Like,
okay,
am
right.
I?
The idea is basically like you kind of make fake money, right?
Yeah.
And you sell it to people for real money. And we made an absolute fortune for the last few weeks. For the first few weeks, rather, for the first month or so, man, it was fucking unbelievable. I thought it was going to be life changing, but then kind of the ass fell out of it, and it kind of went down to zero. And everyone was calling us scammers and the rest of it, but it wasn't really true. It just kind of the way the market went. So yeah, we made about like maybe $500,000 over the first month.
Holy shit!
And then shit all after that.
Well, I got to tell you, you got some balls to do that. That's intense. All right, so real quick, I am a French citizen who moved to the U.S. 1 year ago. I can't deny there's a significant difference here between men and women. Your videos are like an accelerated tutorial. Oh, classic. Yeah, there's I haven't traveled much abroad, so I can't really speak on any of that. But yeah, it's pretty bananas here, man. And I mean, unless you find like a 1% chick around here, you may as well just hit it and quit it. I mean, I don't know. But anyways, we got a new guy. We got Chris. Chris, where are you hailing from, brother?
I'm in New Jersey.
All right. New Jersey. You're CPA. What are you, accountant?
Yeah, I have my own firm here on the Jersey Shore.
Oh, okay. I got a good tax guy. If anybody's here in West Palm Beach area. Richard Schwartz, he's a wizard. Yeah, so I got a good. So what do you notice? Like, what do you think most people's? I know you can't give too much information on people's money, but what do you see is the number one mistake a lot of people are coming in when they file on taxes with you?
Well, I think one of the biggest problems is they're going to college without really researching what their degrees are going to possibly give them in terms of a financial life. Um, and that's the biggest problem we see. We have people with bachelor's degrees that are useless in a way with $100,000 of student loan debt. And so they really haven't planned properly for their, to really do some research. Because remember, most parents who send a child to college, they're assuming the kids are going to come out and have a life supporting job. That's just the assumption, where colleges don't believe that, of course. Colleges just simply need to give you a desk and a classroom through the add drop date, and then you're done if you don't continue. So I'm definitely seeing a lot of what you always report on every day, that people are not able to afford to live by themselves. There's a presumption, which I think is incorrect. I mean, you've talked about this too, about years ago, there were multiple generations in a home. And I think that people are sort of spoiled from the post-World War II era, where they're discussing, where they're seeing that their parents got to live on their own, but that was not the norm. So the fact that people have to live at home till they're 30, to me, is a very normal situation if you look historically.
Yeah, actually, because I lived in LA, I don't think I even posted this video yet, but I got like 3 videos just marinating in there. But I actually said this in a video where, like, living in LA, all the Mexicans, all the muchacho boys, they all live like 2 families deep. Like, they got their abuelas, their grandma, grandpa, the aunts and uncles, like 4 kids, all in one house, and it's super normal there. Like, and they're all happy. They're all happy all the time. They're just
Because
hanging out.
culturally, it's acceptable to live with the entire family.
Yeah, exactly. I wish I could go knock on my neighbor's door because they're all Muslim. I'm super tight with them, and they got mom, dad. I think the grandpa's still alive, and then they got 3 kids. And then the one kid just got married, so they did a whole thing for him, and they ship him back to the Middle East, and then they do this whole thing, and then they come back and get a house, and then like the whole family on both sides pitches in and gets them a house. Like, and they're all working in like Publix, all of them. I'm not kidding. And Publix is a grocery store. If you guys don't know about what Publix is, East Coast, more like Florida area. But yeah, they're all literally. It's honestly, and here we are, and it's like, everybody wants to be alone, and I kind of get it. I'm gonna go on a tangent here. Like, for instance, I got my best friend Taco. He lives with me. I'm renting out my room. My dad's here. I'm about to get him in a home. I appreciate everybody's kind words on that situation. But so I got my dad here, but he's about to be moving out. And then I had my other best friend, Chad, who fell on hard times. So I let him come in to get on his feet. So now Pops is moving out on the 1st. Got him a place. Thank the Lord. Holy shit. Sorry. And then my boy Chad, he's setting flight too. October 1st, he's out. So it was really nice having everyone together, save that money. But I will say it can be a bit rough. All those people, and then usually one person's usually messy, inconsiderate. So it can be hard, but I guess that's just life. I don't know. Who else do we have in the queue here? I'm so sorry. God, I don't know if I can get 5 people in here at once. All right, we got a lot of people. We got $5. Oh, wow. Thanks for the donation. Because I'm here. Buckle up. Question. Any idea what you're going to call your viewers community? Shit. I guess we could call it the little red leather boys. No, that's not good. You guys pick something, okay? We'll figure it out together over time. I think, but we got a good family going down here. We got Dustin in here. Hold on, let's get to some comments. Families now are too busy arguing rather than brainstorming greatness. Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, I wish I had a functioning mom and dad. I really do. Like, my mom passed away. I miss her, and my dad's gonzo. I wish I could have that. Bum bum bum. Hey, Broken, I'm gonna let you hop back in a little bit just because you were on the last one. I'm gonna bump
All
you
right.
real quick, and then I'll get you back in here if you want to hop back in. We're gonna be on here a couple hours, so hold on one second. Hey, much love, Broken.
Yeah,
Appreciate you.
if I could interject something.
Of course, get in
Yeah,
here,
so
Chris.
for I've been doing this since college in the late '80s, and I help parents with their kids, do mock interviews, and it seems like there's about a 3 or 4 year difference now between a 22-year-old from 1990 and a 22-year-old today. It's almost like a developmental problem. They're definitely behind. If you look at their maturity, their wherewithal in general. I think parents have failed in a lot of ways for both men and women that I can see. They're much less prepared than the kids that were raised in the '80s. There's no doubt about it. In general, a lot of them, like when I used to interview kids, they used to all of them had jobs in high school. All of them worked in the summers in
Yeah.
college, and that's becoming more rare, which is great skills that they're not learning. And then plus, when I do a mock interview with the kids, I say, do me a favor, turn off your phone and put it in the car. And you should see the reactions I get when I ask them to put their phone away and put it in the
Yeah.
car. So it's just
Hey,
amazing. I'm
it's-
No
sorry.
one reads books anymore.
It's hold on one second, Ray. Sorry, Gus. We're gonna get to you in 1 second. Stomp the elites, dude. You're donating too much money. You're already a part of the Patreon, but I'll take it. I love you. Thank you. But real quick before we get to Gus here, dude, I'm so grateful for my parents because from the outside looking in on my life, let me paint it to you a picture. In the neighborhood I grew up in was like townhomes, and it was like this circular neighborhood where all the kids were like the same age. But probably at the age of 12, I realized that my parents were wealthy compared to all the other kids in my neighborhood. Because my dad owned his own business, and my mom was a manager of a law firm. And they didn't go to college. My dad was a hustler. He worked 7 days a week. He loved to work. His best excuse ever was I got to work. But I grew up with parents where it was like, if I wanted a new skateboard, no problem. You know what I mean? Basically anything I wanted within reason. I didn't get go-karts and shit like that. We didn't have jet skis, okay? It wasn't like that. But all the other kids in my neighborhood, I noticed that. But the moment I turned 15, well, technically 13, I started working with my dad, cleaning carpets and doing tile jobs and stuff like that. He would basically just pay me to be there, okay? I'm going to be real with you. But eventually, when I was like 15, I'd work with him. I'd actually do work. I'd actually show up and do shit. So, but on my 15th birthday, my mom, they had a birthday party for me, gave me gifts. And in my mom's card, I wish I still had it. I probably do somewhere in this house. It said, congratulations. You start at Domino's next Friday or some shit. She had called the manager, got me a job and got me a job without me knowing and said, happy birthday. You start work now that you're 15. So they made me work. And my dad would always tell me, he's like, look, you're not going to be happy working for anybody. You could be happy working with people, but when you're working for somebody, it usually doesn't work for people. And so that's always stuck with me. I kind of had different parents. But anyways, I do agree with you because a lot of my friends, they had it easy peasy, beautiful cover girl. Like, go to college, we'll pay for all your bills. So a lot of them were way behind me by the time we were in our mid-20s. I was balling out. I was hood rich Ricky by the time I was 25, and they were all just starting. Don't get me wrong. I lost all my money at one point and I had to rebuild, but that's learning lesson. Anyways, what do we got? Gus, you there, brother?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, sorry, dude. You're sitting there waiting. What's up, man? Where you coming from?
California.
All right. What part? I lived in Long Beach for like 5 years.
Oh, it's Truckee, California. It's a small little mountain town.
Okay. So what is that? More north, I'd
Yeah.
assume?
Lake Tahoe.
Okay. Tahoe's dope, though. I've been up there. I went up there once. That like crystal clear lake. It was pretty bizarre.
Oh, yeah.
So what's up with you? How's life? How old are you?
I'm 29. Life's great. I left my
Nice.
house when I was 18 because I was sick and tired of my mom and dad telling me what to do, their stupid rules. So I just dipped.
Well, it looks like it sounds like it's working out for you. What are you doing for work, brother?
Right now, I'm just doing nursing.
Just doing nursing? That's
Yeah.
pretty lucrative. If I know, I mean, obviously I know the pay versus wages are pretty. You know, we talk about this all the time here, but
Yeah.
that's good though. So you got a like good job. You're chilling. What do you live by yourself? What's up?
I live by myself, but I currently just started, like 3 months ago. I got my license, but just you know what I mean. I never had this much money, but tempted to say F it, buy the truck.
All right, I'm gonna tell you what to do, and you got a CPA here, okay? Just in case you didn't know, Chris here on the chat with us he's a accountant professional.
Yeah.
So if I were you, Chris, tell me if I'm wrong. I would just keep saving up, and whatever you do want to buy, if it's a truck, I wouldn't go brand new with the truck. I'd get something like from a private pull up with cash to a private seller, or really research the truck that you want, and I would just buy the bitch cash, dude. Just keep your bills ultra low. I don't know. Let's
I
let the
agree.
CPA in there. Give them some words of wisdom here.
Right. Well, we want to, anytime we can avoid debt, that is the best road to take. I know sometimes we can't buying a house, but most of my clients, business owners or individuals, they will always save up and buy something for cash. It's not going to be brand new, but the quality of cars are so much better than it was 30 years ago. And the amount of money, the value that you're getting for a lower cash price for something used is amazing over time. And you're saving the compound interest. And especially, we should talk about leasing or buying. A lot of people today will want to lease, but if you want to keep a car for a longer term, buying is much better over time if you're going to keep the car over 36 months. So buy for cash, don't lease a car. If you have a business, you'll be able to expense it 100%. Either way you go with that.
Okay.
Here, wait, Chris, one more time. Can you talk a little bit more?
Yeah, well, sure. And you got to make sure that everyone wants something brand new, but you got to think of how old are you, Gus?
29.
Right. So Gus, you're not married yet. You have your life ahead of you. You should be, plan to be cash rich within the next 10 years. You started your nursing career. I mean, there's so much planning that we could have. And if you ever decide to get married, remember, we do a lot of first marriage planning for men like you that are going to have assets. So in case you are divorced eventually, what I call it is we plan for your first divorce. I do a lot of that. So you want to make sure you get with someone like me ahead of time to make sure that, you're most likely going to get divorced in the future. So we want to make sure that we can safeguard your assets for that eventuality.
Okay, I see what you mean.
Yeah, I know that's a lot to just take in right there, but if I were you, I would definitely get somebody like Chris in your area,
Mhm.
CPA. That's what I would do. That's what I did about 4 years ago, and I wish I really did that. Actually, I did about 6-7 years ago, but I wish I really did that a long time ago. So I would definitely get pay up a little bit more, because your accountant's really going to put you in check, especially if he's a good guy.
We also want to tell everyone to maximize their pension contributions to work, 401ks and otherwise, pre-tax contributions at 29 is fantastic. So make sure you're maximizing that. And also remember, everyone should understand there's plenty of people with pension plans at work and no one watches them. It's one of their biggest assets. So every quarter, anyone that has a 401k should be looking at their assets and investments within the 401k and pensions to make sure that they're actually profiting correctly for you.
No, dude, it makes all sense in the world. I don't have a 401k, but I do have a Roth IRA, and I wish I started all these things a long time ago. But yeah, it's crazy how that works. Let me see. Let's get to some questions in here. Here, Jim's always commenting. What's up, Jim? How you doing, brother? Montana is always looking for electricians. Companies will sign you up day one. You start earning money for your program. Yeah, a lot of those places do They'll teach you. They'll get you going, and they'll pay you to learn. I almost did it at HVAC myself, but I'm not good with. I'm not good at it. Like people, I'm gonna rip you off. Like you're gonna pay. Your money isn't gonna get you what you're paying for if I were to fix your shit for you. I could fix it, but it's not gonna be the best. Like that's all I'm really gonna say about that. So I did try it though. I did try it. Let's see what we got. Who's still in the chat right now? All right, we just got Gus in here. It looks like Chris bailed. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna send out another invite. Anybody wants to come in? Sorry, I'm not reading you guys' comments enough. Let me get in here real quick. 1 second. I'll see what we got. Cash is all right. This one. Butcher the Silence says cash is being devalued. Buy silver coins, and then buy a truck. Yeah,
Oh,
I
man.
do.
Buy Bitcoin.
Yeah, silver, or you could buy Ray's coin.
No, don't buy my coin, man. I would not.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Everybody, you should know better. That's a joke.
But
Ray
Bitcoin,
already,
go for
Ray
it, man.
already got his thing. I actually just started investing in gold and stuff recently. Wish I did a little more. Mr. Builder, my man, how are you? He's been supporting for a long time now. Let's see, what else do we have here? You guys have any questions for me while I'm looking at these comments? Ray, Gus here. You guys okay?
So you in Florida, Jack?
Yeah, I'm in South Florida. I'm in a place, West Palm Beach, about an hour north of Miami, on the same coast.
How do you
I
like it?
I was born and raised here.
Awesome.
At the age of 24, I moved to California for skateboarding, and also I was doing stand-up comedy. But I still had like the hope of being a professional skateboarder at the time.
Have you seen the special, the Gringo Poppy?
What's up?
Have you seen the greatest comedy special, the Gringo Poppy?
Oh wait, is that with
Brendan?
Brendan Schaub? Yeah, that guy's got enough. I think that guy has had enough hate over the years. I think he's had enough hate on him. So I'm just gonna leave him be. But yeah, it's hard for me. Like, it's hard for me to watch stand-up comedy because I don't think most of it's funny. I'm not saying that in like a cocky way. I think it's too much like dick and ball jokes. You know what I mean? Like it's too much fluff. Like if I'm gonna watch stand-up comedy, there's got to be some substance in there. Like tell me a story, tell me something true, and make it funny. You know, like give me some shit. Really, like Dave Chappelle, fucking Sam Kinison, like a George Carlin. George Carlin is my favorite, but I like that he has substance. So I really do enjoy that. If anybody else wants to jump in here, you're more than welcome. But yeah, I'm in South Florida. I love it down here. Luckily, I own a home. So otherwise, the last like 3 years, it's gone, gangbusters, as the old folks would say. It's gone and just criminal. It's like Cali prices almost down here. Let's see. Retired military. I would never do it today. And the wokeness is rampant. Yeah, I mean, there's like the good woke and the bad woke. You know what I mean? It's like you're either awake and you know what's good, or you're, just, men could be women, and everyone's gay. I get it. It's all good. No offense. It's all good. If you prefer penis, whatever, man. It's trendy. It's hip. All the kids are doing it. I get it. I don't actually get it. I'm just kidding, guys. But if you are gay, it's all gravy, baby. You know what I mean? You do you. Let me see. What does this guy got to say? When I moved, we got Chris trying to jump back in here. Sorry, Chris. Here we go. Jim says, when I moved, I was afraid of the weather. Now I look forward to the cold and the snow. Wait, when you moved where? I don't know where ERE is. I was afraid. Now I look forward to the cold and snow. Yeah, I tried the snow thing. I can't do it, man. This guy goes, I'll die in New York. I'm Italian. Hey, how you doing? Seriously. I have to stop the woke and diversity from overtaking the the whole place. Yeah, I was in New York like 2 years ago. Went up there. I drove up there with my boy Taco, and we were staying in Brooklyn, and then we stayed in we stayed somewhere else. But we were in Brooklyn, and I got to say, it was pretty hip. You know what I mean? It was pretty. It was a bit hip for me. I see what you're saying. No offense, it's all good, but I'm cool, man. Like New York's, I get if you live there, it's probably nice, but my opinion, I just couldn't hang in the city. I couldn't do it. I just can't. I'm like, I don't know how people live here. It's entirely too much for me. I just couldn't do it. Like 1 week, I was like, dude, I'm good. All right, what do we got here?
That's the Dutch also said the same thing when the Italians were immigrating to New York. The original Dutch that were there.
Yeah. Hold on 1 second. All right. Okay. Which one of you, Chris, Ray, or Gus? Which one of you want to leave the chat for a little bit? I'm gonna let this. I got somebody trying to get in here.
I'll be like,
I can go back to the waiting room if you want, but I'm here.
All right. Well, you guys rock paper scissors for it. Well, I guess you can't see Chris's rock paper scissors right now, so that wouldn't work. That would be fun though. We could start that. Ray, if you want to jump back in a little bit, but guys, you guys could go. Ray, spam your when you get back on there. Spam your YouTube channel in the comments, and everybody go give Ray a follow. He's a real cool dude, and he just sounds awesome when he's talking. So
I need to join your Patreon as well. I didn't realize you had one.
nah, you don't need, guys, everybody who's in the Patreon, I love you all. I just did that because people seem to like to donate to me, and YouTube takes half, so I was like, I'll just start a Patreon. But if you don't have deep pockets, you got to consult with my CPA, Chris, here before you're allowed to donate to the Patreon. But if you think you got it, you could definitely go be a part of it. But yeah, Ray, I'm going to boot you off for a moment. I'm going to get this other guy in here. Hey, spam your stuff in the link. All right. All right. Who do we got here? Who do we have?
Leon,
What's up, Liam? Where are you hailing from, brother?
Northern Germany.
Oh, von Hokenstein, Stinkelstein. Sorry.
Schleswig-Holstein.
I don't know what I just said. I'm sorry. So what's up, man? How old are you?
26, turning 27 this year.
Okay. You got a mean accent, brother. You're killing the game, dude. If you came to America, dude, the chicks would be like, "What did he say?" In a good way. So what's up with you? What are you doing for work? What's the economy like over there?
Economy is fucked. To be quite frank, energy is 3 times the price, also heat, from 100 euro to 300 euros. Energy bill has doubled from 70 euros per month to about 120 to 130. And rent is 900 euros.
Is that 900 a month? That doesn't seem that bad. Or
No,
what's the average? Oh, I guess with the electric and everything, it's not the best. What's like the average take home pay for someone your age out there?
It depends on the job. If you're like construction, can be like 3,000, but if you're like delivery, it's 2,000. But currently, I'm unemployed, so I'm getting 800.
Okay, wait. So they give you 800 a month unemployment?
Yes, 450 for rent because I share it with my brother.
Okay, well at least you got your brother. You guys need to work together. You know this. That's good, man.
He's currently making driver's license, so he can work as a delivery guy. Then use that money to buy me a driver's license, so I can work as well.
Hey, you know what? That's smart, man. Because a lot of people don't. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't have somebody they can trust to really piggyback off each other, and that's something I'm grateful for. I don't have an actual brother, but I have a bunch of. I have people in my life where we've been able to, if I fall down, I got somebody to pick me up. You know what I mean? Vice versa. If they fall, I'm coming in. You know what I mean? We help each other. That's really what everyone's got to be doing nowadays, to be honest. This guy goes, Germany shut down their nuclear power plants.
Yes, that's completely fucked. We have the largest coal mine in the world, and
Oh,
it's
wow. I didn't even know that.
not only that, we are the greatest pollutant in the world in terms of coal, because we got the worst type of coal in Germany. 20% of our energy is coal. About 50 might be green energy, and the rest is imported nuclear energy from France. So
Oh, wow.
It's-
William in here just nailed that. He literally just said that in the chat right before you said that. Wow. I had no idea. I'm getting a whole history lesson here. So they shut down that plant. And now everything's just kind of going not great.
yes.
Wow.
No,
That's fucked.
absolutely not. And here's the thing: green energy is a scam. Like 70% of those wind towers are not connected. My brother worked for one company who went bankrupt like in 2021. Nothing. It's a complete fraud. Solar cells, you have to place them on your roof. You have to pay for it. I think you even have to pay taxes on it. Then you need a idle station, meaning if the power grid shuts down, you still have energy. And it's an absolute mess. Bureaucratic.
I just can't believe how many. I just don't get how, like, the whole, when you hear like those conspiracies about like, I'm gonna go weird with you guys for a second here. Like when you hear the conspiracies like the New World Order and all that, lately, the last couple of years since the whole the whole thing went down, I'm starting to just think it's absolutely all true. And I'm just, when I hear from you, and last time we did a live, I had someone from Australia on, and then I had, I was talking to somebody in the UK recently, and then I was talking to another lady in Jamaica through Instagram that had hit me up. It seems like this is just going on all over the place, except for when I see those passport bros, everyone's moving to Indonesia. Indonesia seems to be unaffected by any of this. But other than that, I'm like, I think it might all be true because things just aren't looking good all over the place. It's insane. I don't know if I'm tripping, but yeah.
Well,
So
we'll just take a look at the open borders. It's all a globalist plan. There's no good reason for the United States that's happening. It's all part of the globalist agenda, to weaken the country. 100%.
I agree with you. Dude, I've been, I don't talk about this stuff a lot on the channel, but we're on live here. I really could give two shits, and we'll keep it light, try and dance around words. But yeah, it's
when they try to get rid of the petrodollar.
Yeah, it's and that's why I preach the whole we all got to kind of work together, and the independent shit just ain't gonna work out. And it's hard. I get it. It's hard to have somebody who you're like, I could really trust this person, that's not my mother or father or brother. And even if it is your brother or sister, it's like sometimes they don't even get along. So that's why I always preach that, especially with my best friend Taco here. It took him a long time to get his shit together, but I told him like a couple of years ago, I said, look, dude, if you don't buckle the fuck down and you don't start helping out, and we got to really come together here, we're not going to be able to be friends until you do. I'm going to have to cut you off. And but luckily he's buckled down, and I couldn't be more proud of him, to be honest.
I see someone has written, someone blew up Nord Stream, and that's affecting the German industry heavily. Like the manufacturing industry, 50% are reliant on gas. 50%, it's massive.
50% relying on gas.
Yes.
Like for, I'm so sorry, I'm missing out here. Like gas for like your heat and everying, or
not just that, also for propane gas tanks. Those burners. You use for killing weeds and such. We use them to shrink wrap stuff and such. and so welding supplies there are shorts. So it's really crippling.
Well, that is not good. All right, real quick, Mr. Builder, how you doing, brother? Can you hear me? The Builder Man, are you live? Are you there?
I think he's muted.
I have to
Is
unmute
it?
myself. How are you, Jack?
Oh, all right. I didn't know you were muted. My bad, man. I'm doing great, brother. How you doing?
I had to go find my picture of John Wayne.
With John Wayne.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome. Oh yeah, I see it right now. There it is. That's awesome. So, do I call you Mr. Builder, or do you want to use your government name?
No, my name's Pat. That's all.
Pat, what's up, man? He's Pat's always been, guys. A lot of you guys, I see you in the comments. I reply to everybody. I try to, I have like designated times in the day where I just go, okay, 10 minutes. I'm just gonna fucking run through this. But Mr. Builder's been Pat here. My bad. Pat's been he's been chiming in since I had since the channel was much smaller. So I appreciate you, man. I really do.
Well, somebody told me to go and check you out, and I did.
Wait, so you had somebody tell you to come check
That's
me
right.
out? Like in person?
Somebody commented to one of my other comments someplace else, and I don't comment a lot, but he said, check this guy's channel out.
Oh wow, that's
And
awesome.
I did. So
That's really cool, man.
And-
That's wonderful.
so that's what I've been doing. Hey, check this guy's channel out.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's I appreciate all you guys, man. It's come a long way. It really has. So Pat, where are you from, brother?
Just outside of Philly.
Oh,
Not-
he's from.
Enough far outside of Philly that that way.
Oh, so Philly, man. Philly's I've been seeing those videos in is that Philly where it's like that crazy Kingston or something like that, the home where it's all homeless people everywhere? Is that
Kensington,
Philly?
yes,
Kensington, yeah, where people are literally like zombies.
they are.
That's do you ever just have you been there? Like what's up with that? That's wild.
Kensington, just 30 years ago, 35 years ago, all those stores were open, busy, and you had some drug use, but not a lot. Geez, it's really the city of Philadelphia has a lot to do about that, about not taking care of these individuals, and because it's cheaper to buy.
I'm so sorry to cut you off, Pat, but somebody just dropped try Vision, man. He's always commenting, dude, just dropped $50 like a baller in here. I just wanted
Okay.
to say I love you. And I will be there for your daughter's quinceañera, brother. I'm just kidding. I don't know. That's awesome. Thank you for that. That's very generous. So Pat, so how old are you, my good man? If you don't mind me asking.
I'm 55,
Okay, so you lived in Philly this whole time, or
born,
give or take.
raised, worked. Mm-hmm.
So you've really see that's what I love. That's why I'm like pretty pissed about. I guess I'm not that mad about it because I do talk to people in their 50s, 60s, 70s who have lived where I live this whole time, and they just tell me how things have changed so much. And some people see it, they get it, they go, "Oh man, I don't know how a lot of these young people are going to make it." But then you got some other people who are like, they're kind of, I guess they just don't see it yet. But somebody your age who's seen like something like Kensington or whatever that place is called, like, give me an idea on like how much did it cost to live in Philly? Let's just say in the 90s compared to now. If you could maybe touch down on that.
Like a mortgage for a row home was in say 1985 was about $200, and the taxes were probably close to $200 a
So
month.
for $200 a month, and that's in what year?
85.
Jesus Christ. I know the pay and everything was lower. I get that. Everybody, I
Right.
hope in the chat gets that. But
But your dollar is worth more, Jack.
yeah, exactly. Because when I see some of these people, saying like just they're kind of saying it's your fault. They're like, you didn't get the skills you needed, and it's kind of like, well, that's hilarious, man. Because it's not my real brother, my fake brother, was in the room when I was born. Literally, he's a year older than me. He's making 100 grand a year now. He's 35. It took him up till 34 years old to really get to where he's at. And he's driving a fucking 23-year-old Mazda with no air conditioning. Does he own his house? Yes. But guess what? His property taxes, his insurance, everything else is right up his ass. And, he's doing it by himself. And it's kind of like, we laugh about it sometimes because it's like a joke. It's like, he's like, here I am making 100 grand and I'm driving this piece of shit that I got for free when my grandmother died. And we just kind of joke about it because it's, who would have thought 100 grand just wouldn't really cut it? Like, who would have thought?
Well, every 10 years or so, they devalue your currency 10, 20%. This has been going on for quite some time. But what's now is inflation. I was a teenager when Jimmy Carter was doing that. It begins and ends in one place only. That's Washington, D.C.
Oh,
really
Charles,
can't-
I'm so sorry, brother. My bad, Pat. Charles, welcome. Let's just let Pat finish this up and we'll jump right to you. I'm so sorry.
No problem. It begins and ends in one place, Washington, D.C. And they keep spending like they've been doing. Trillions of dollars unheard of. Um, you know, I was a kid, so my parents, I don't know how they made it, with 6 kids. So how's that work?
Yeah, dude, just having one kid now is like equivalent to having 6 kids when you were growing up. In my opinion, like I have 2 fake nephews, and their parents like my best friends, and it's like he just laughs about it. He's like, dude, it's like him or his woman's gonna quit their job because like daycare is a joke. They're
Well,
like,
consider
no. Yeah.
Consider one of the reasons why. If the workforce is at 1,000, say 1,000 people, and they can all, the man would go to work.
Yeah.
And then literally within the course of 5 years, they doubled or tripled the workforce. What happens to the value of the workforce? The more you have, the less it costs.
This is true. Supply and demand, and this, like, that video I made recently, I don't know who caught it, but where the guy was saying it's not inflation, it's your skills. I didn't like say it, but I was like, if everyone has all the skills they need, everyone can do electric, everyone could be a plumber, everyone could do this, then your job becomes not special. And it shouldn't have to be that way. And then I also forgot to even say what happens when all these skillless people don't have enough money to pay for your service. Now you're shit out of luck because no one's going to be able to pay for it. But anyways, let's get to Charles real quick. So sorry, brother. Just letting you sit here. What's going on, man? Oh, he's on mute. Charles, you there, brother?
Yeah.
All right. Charles, what's up, man? Where you hailing from?
South Carolina right now.
How old are you, man? You sound like a young buck.
I'm 13.
13. We got a young blood in here. So how'd you find the content, man? What brought you here?
I just on my For You page, I just went on YouTube. On my For You page, I just came across your live stream, and then I've been watching for I just was watching it for quite a while, and then I just realized I could just join on StreamYard.
So you're not subscribed to my channel whatsoever. You just found the
I
live.
am. I am actually.
Okay, so you found me before the live.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I want to know, because just so you guys know, most of you guys in here, we're all most people on this channel are over the age of 25 to you're basically dead. So not to joke about that, but that's how young people look at it. So so yeah, you're a rare breed in this channel, dude. So what's up with you? I'm so sorry. Where do you live?
South Carolina.
South Carolina, man. That's really nice over there. I had an aunt that lived in South Carolina. It's very nice. What's going on with you? You in school? What are you doing out there?
I just came back from Myrtle Beach.
Oh, Myrtle Beach is nice. What's your hobbies like right now? You you chasing the women, playing duck duck goose with the ladies, or what?
No, but my brother is.
Okay. Yeah, it started for me around 13, man. You start, you get a crush. I don't know how you're doing, but I was locked and loaded. I never got with the girl, but I thought about it every day for 2 years. That's cool, man. I'm glad you're in here. All right. What do we got here real quick? You got any questions for me? Or you got any questions at all?
No.
He said no. We got it. All right. All right, where are we at? What's going on here?
Jack, do you remember the Great Depression from history?
From history, yes, but fortunately, I was not there.
You mean the 1930s?
Like
the 1930s into the 40s. The Great Depression here in the United States. Those individuals were electricians, plumbers, pipe fitters, doctors, lawyers, accountants, clerks, you name it. They're not bums.
It was everybody.
They all got wiped out for the most part. Even the so-called affluent, they took major hits to them. It took them, unless you're like Rockefeller or Carnegie wealthy, well, then it didn't bother you at all.
You know what? I forgot where I saw this. I don't know if it's true, but I was watching this thing. I like a lot of documentaries, but sometimes you don't know what's what anymore. But I was watching this documentary, and it was like a couple of rich dudes, and it was back in like the 30s, right before the crash, I guess like in 39 or whenever it went down. And I guess a couple of the dudes in the documentary I was watching ended up just offing themselves because they were so used to being rich that they never thought they could be touched. Like they never thought that they would be, amongst the less than. But I remember just thinking about that going, damn, imagine being like that attached to, the materialistic, that's why I kind of preach, like, forget your Ferraris. Like, who gives a shit? Like, just live super comfortably, like low, because if shit goes down, you're used to it. I've lived in a car. I'm not tripping. It was some of the best sleep I ever got, to be honest with you. Because I didn't have any rent to pay, and I was sleeping by the beach. Was it the best time? No, but it, I could tell you right now, I could live in a fucking car, no problem. I could do it. Yeah.
I didn't have a car when I was homeless, but we have emergency shelters here in Germany, so that was no problem.
Wait, you said you lived in a car in Germany?
No, I did not live in a car, but we have emergency shelters here. You have to walk to the police, get keys and such, but if you came too late, well, then you had your sleep on the streets.
Yeah, and I could be wrong, but it gets icy cold there. Am I tripping on that?
Like, constantly it's like 15 degrees Celsius. I can quickly Google. It's like
Yeah.
60 Fahrenheit. So, and it goes below to negative Celsius.
Yeah, no, I'm good on all that. I'm good, dude. Like I went to Michigan not that well, I guess it's been like 2 years ago, but I was like wearing long johns, like the long underwear. And I got made fun of by like not that I really give a fuck. I was like, I don't care. I'm fucking cold. It's 40 degrees. Like I'm gonna bundle up. You know what I mean? I was like, I needed, I was like trying to snuggle up, and they just laughed at me. But here, you know what? They have shelters and stuff in the US, but it's really not no, it's
That's
not it's
drug
not
addicted.
it's a joke. It's not really a shelter. I tried taking my dad to one once when I was living in my car because I didn't have anywhere to put him, and he shits his pants all the time. So I was like, "You're not sleeping in my car. Absolutely not. It's gonna get shit everywhere." So, I finally got him a place to live, and I just paid for. I'd rather have him somewhere because I was young and I could survive. But I took him to a shelter, and it was literally like, I was like, dude, good luck. I'll pick you up in the morning. But it was just like, dude, because I've been to jail twice, not for a long time, just like a day at a time, 2 days at a time. It was when I was way younger. And I'd rather sleep in a jail than go to one of these shelters, to be real with you. At least the ones I've been to.
It's probably like the horror. Those large Soviet buildings. Those are completely busted. Like fungus everywhere, mold, pipes are broken down, walls are cracking. They are not in great condition, and we can't simply destroy them because the owners keep squeezing money out. They keep getting new people due to unemployment and such. They get the welfare get put into the end. It's miserable.
Yeah, well, this guy named Courtney here. I'm just kidding. Courtney says, I'm wondering what will happen this winter in my city. God, flies everywhere. I'm so sorry. Got a bad fly problem in my house. It's my dad pisses in here, not in the toilet. So she's wondering what happens in winter in the city with all the folks in tents, not enough shelter. Yeah, it's honestly kind of scary because there's not a lot of homeless in my area, like directly, but I've been seeing a lot more people pitching tents lately. It's kind of spreading. It's kind of just spreading. And a lot of people, they ship them out, man. They'll ship them out to Cali. They'll ship them out to like Texas and stuff. All the homeless people. They took we call it a tent city here. It was like pretty confined, pretty hidden, but they shipped everybody out somewhere. But they got rid of like 150 people, just like that. And they bribe them with money. They go, here's some money, and it's gonna be fun. We're gonna go on a road trip, and we're gonna take you out. And it's pretty scary, man. It's pretty not cool. I mean, I guess make the best of it, I guess. But New York City mayor kicked out veterans from the shelter hotels to make room for illegal aliens. Yeah,
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's kind of a joke. One of my friends, we're acquaintances, but he was from the Dominican Republic, and his whole family was like rocking the Dominican Republic flag in their car. And I was at like a little barbecue of theirs, and I was joking with them, and I go, dude, could you imagine if I went to your guys' country and just had American flag on my car windshield? I kind of like made that joke, but then they were all kind of like, yeah, dude, that's not a good idea to do that. And I was like, yeah, I know, but do you get the irony of that? Like, not that I care. Anybody could come here. I don't give a shit. As long as I come to your country and you put me up, like, I don't care. Like, whatever. I really don't give a shit. And plus, let's be real. A lot of the people coming in, doing a lot of the jobs, a lot of people don't want to do. I mean, someone's got to do it. But yeah, it is kind of crazy, though, if you think about it. What does this one say? Retirement homes also. Yeah. I just got my dad into a retirement home. Not yet. He doesn't even know it. I got to trick him. I'm gonna bring him there, and then he's basically gonna find out on the spot. I'll definitely document that for you guys, though. That should be fun. But this place is like it looks like you go back. It looks like I'm in a movie in the '90s in there, and everybody's in wheelchairs. You walk in, you got a lady teaching aerobics. Everybody's in a wheelchair, and they're all doing aerobics in their wheelchairs. And then like you go into another room, and they're like singing the gospel, like all these old ladies, and everything looks like it's from the '90s. It's not the best place, but it's what we can afford. And yeah, but I've been through about 9 retirement homes over the past year, and fucking good luck. It's almost like they don't even have room for these people, or they want 10 grand a month, which you know, I'm not making that, so I can't afford it.
I saw someone make a comment about migrants and me being German. I've lived with refugees from Afghanistan, and the stories I've heard from them they are not good. Like absolutely not. Getting their parents moved and such. So you can come here. We will take care of you, and when you join the workforce, we will be happy.
Yeah, I mean that's
Because
what my girlfriend, she is dual citizenship. Her dad's from England, so I'm about to go over there. But she was telling me, she's like, you know, as long as you respect their like kind of culture and you go there, they'll basically you could get a job. You can. She's like a world traveler, and I'm just like I've traveled the United States and I've been to the Bahamas. You know, so I'm not. I just haven't had that luxury in my life. I've always been able to get around, but I never really had anybody to be like, hey, you want to go on a European vacation together? You know, because, I never had anybody who had, like I would have 20 grand in my bank, but like my 2 best friends were like, I can't pay rent this month. So it's like, what are we going to go we're going to go to Italy together? I'd be just going solo. I guess I never had the balls to do that. But I am about to start traveling next year, so that should be fun. I'm going to be traveling on a budget, though, because shit's expensive out here. All right, Butcher goes, they didn't print enough money during the Great Depression. No liquidity. It could have been fixed in a week. Gold was also illegal to buy and sell during that time, which helped freeze the economy. Yeah, that sounds like a whole racket. What do we got here?
Printing money is what got us where we're at. Taking
Absolutely.
us off the gold standard and then selling the gold to foreign nations, where like Fort Knox doesn't have any gold in it. If it does, it's not ours.
Yeah, it's, you know what? I don't know where things are heading. Actually, I do know where things are heading. I mean, maybe I could be wrong. I always hope for the best, kind of plan for the worst situation. That's why I always say, hold on 1 second. Is Sebi, you in there, brother? He's been trying to join this.
Yeah, I hear you, man. Yeah, what's up? How you doing?
What's up? Is this Arizona Sebi in here?
Yeah, man. What's up?
All right. You're the same guy from last time. I'm just making sure. There could be another.
be right back.
Arizona Seb, what's up, brother? How's life in Arizona treating you, man?
Oh man, it's getting pretty bad.
Yeah, I heard. Shit, was it? I don't think it was Phoenix. What's the other major one? They said there's a lot of homelessness. I'm tripping on what the city was called.
Mesa.
Yeah, that might be it. Wherever there's a shit ton of homeless, that's the city I'm thinking about.
In Phoenix, there's like there's this one street that's by like it's by like a homeless like shelter, not a shelter, but like that gives food out to the homeless.
Yeah.
And it's on one street where they have like all of these it's like a mile or two where they have all these homeless people sleeping on the sidewalk and stuff. And they're all by that donation center where where like it's open from a certain time on certain days, and then homeless people
Oh,
go there to get
like
food
a
and stuff.
like a Salvation Army type deal.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I guess it's
we got one of those here. It's the road's called Broadway, which every city's probably got one of those, and
yeah.
it's like a MLK basically, and we got a spot like that, but it's really not that bad because my brother lives off that road, but he's like just on the border from like where it gets gnarly. He's just across, so that's how I travel over there to see him, and it's always like not that many homeless compared to like LA. When I lived out in LA, it was like forget it. It's going to 7-Eleven, going anywhere, you're gonna have to tell people no 30 times a day. And put it to you this way, I used to have a really bad habit of smoking cigarettes, and I still do. I'm trying to quit the vape. Give me a break, guys. I'm not perfect. But I don't even smoke weed or nothing anymore. Just cut me some slack. So I was smoking a cigarette. This is like 10 years ago. I'm smoking a cigarette on my balcony in an enclosed, screened-in porch, second story. And I lived off of MLK and 7th Street in Long Beach, which you guys can do the math, MLK. And so in this alleyway where my porch was, a very beautiful view, there was just always homeless people walking up and down. And I'm not kidding you. It got to the point where I would just literally smoke in my room with the window open because people would shout at me to my balcony and be like, "Hey, can I get a smoke?" And I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" And they'll be like, "Fuck you." And I'm like, "Oh my God, dude. I swear to God, dude, I never carried a knife in my life until I moved to LA. Now it's just habit for me to have a knife. Just because it's like everywhere I would go, it's like someone's pressing me. And I never experienced, I went to a fun fact about me, something you guys, maybe it'll make sense to you, but my last year of high school, I had to go to a special high school to graduate. So I went to an all-black high school for my last year of school, and I was one of 2 white people. And but I never experienced racism in my life until I moved to LA, like racism towards me. That was the only time I ever experienced, like on a daily basis, somebody's going, "Hey, white boy." And I'm like, excuse me? Like it got to the point where I was with a group of people, so I wasn't really tripping if something went down. But this guy goes, "Hey, white boy, you got $1?" And I go, "Yes, brown man, I do." And I couldn't hold my tongue anymore. And I hate to offend anybody in there, but it worked because the guy literally goes, "I'll see what you're doing." And I'm like, "Yeah, dude, like, Jesus Christ, do you hear how you're talking?" So, and I just wanted to share that. I thought that was funny.
The only racism I have experienced is mostly through news media, like, oh, Germany has cut off supplies, also Finland supplies to Greece, they are Nazis and such.
Yeah, yeah, because you're in Germany, Nazis.
Yes,
right. I could see that. That makes sense. Because you see all this like racist stuff on TV, like on the news, but dude, I never see it in person. And I live in a dominantly black neighborhood where I live, so it's more black than white where I'm living right now, and I don't see any of that shit going on. Like never. I don't ever see it. In LA, I did. But it was mostly towards. It wasn't like, it wasn't a malicious thing though. It was more of just little shits like addressing me by my color. It was kind of odd, you know. It's just kind of a little like, seemed a bit prison-esque. It was a bit weird. Hold on one second. Let's get in here. If you're not Dutch, you're not much. Classic. Let's see what we got in here. Let me see if I can get some comments. Looks like everyone's just having a gay old time in the comments here. Okay.
Yeah, I live in a city which is essentially Detroit, but a different branch of industries. There were like Zenvion, a large wind energy manufacturer, who went bankrupt. Then you had a lot of tech companies who went bankrupt, and it's essentially a shithole. Two failed thoughts here. And yeah, but racism isn't really much here. We got a refugee camp with Africans and Eastern European, no problem. We got Turkish, even Serbian mafia. We can live in peace, no problem here.
I was just bringing that up because like it's
Yeah,
just
but
something I've
yeah,
noticed.
LA is a shithole. I've seen the lines of drug addicts on YouTube and such. So
All right, well, let's get to Sebi real quick. Sebi, what's going on in Arizona? What's your bills like down there? Is it get crazy with the rent and everything? What's your situation, if you don't mind?
Oh yeah, man. Right now, gas prices are actually higher here than in California.
No shit, because I just did a
Yeah.
video. I got 2 videos queued up to go. YouTube likes to make me jump through hurdles to post my stuff. But I saw gas over $7 in LA. So what's the gas like over there? I know.
It's in between 450 to 5. But
Oh,
at
geez.
this current moment, gas prices are lower in California than they are here.
Oh wow, because it's about $3.80 a gallon for regular where I'm at. But I'm kind of near Miami. In Miami, you could probably say it's close to 5.
Oh man, that's a good price, man. $3.89. That's cheap.
Oh, dude, I'm fucking chilling, bro. I actually, just for the fuck of it, I filled up the person next to me's car just because it was so cheap the other day. I was like,
No,
dude,
that's cool, man.
I was like, don't even trip. I was like, it's all good. I didn't actually do that, but I would. I mean, I would. If I've done random shit like that before. I have, but it's
Yeah, me
you
too.
know. So what's like rent like out there? Is it like typical like everywhere else? Is like a 1,500 for a fucking studio?
Yeah, I mean, if you go to like you know, like the ghetto or a bad neighborhood, you know, because there's a lot of Mexican Latina culture down south, like South Phoenix area.
Okay.
It's like Mexicoville, you know.
The muchachos.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they are like most of them. There's like 20 of them living in like a 3-bedroom apartment.
Yeah, well, you know what though? I was saying that earlier. I don't know if you caught that, but I was saying in LA, it'd be like 2 families and the grandparents, the abuelas, all living in harmony, and they seem
Yeah,
pretty happy. Like
yeah,
they seemed like, yeah, we're rich. We're doing great. We got no bills around here. So they seem
yeah.
pretty happy. I mean, it is a bit much you got, just to make it work. Because in South Florida, we got a lot of Haitians down here. And they do the same thing, which I think is actually smart. I do. I think it's smart.
I think so too.
Yeah,
One other thing can I bring up real quick?
yeah, it's
I,
late.
I actually left a comment on one of your videos. It's crazy because the car insurance. Remember last time we were talking about car insurance?
Oh, it's bananas. Some places it's really cheap, but here it's nuts.
Right. Yeah. Right now, in the last month, every single car insurance company, the insurance rates went up 11.8%. I searched it myself. My parents, their car insurance for 3 cars, 2 are paid off. One still is being paid off, and they used to pay $1,100 for 6 months. Now it shot up to $1,500 for 6 months out of the blue, just for nothing.
For no reason.
For no reason, yeah. So
and 1,100 every 6 months. That's like what I'm paying for my Ford. I have a Ford Fusion, and it's paid off, and I have no coverage whatsoever, the highest deductible possible, and I just paid. It was $1,090 for 6 months, and then and I had shopped around when I did this, and 3 different insurance companies, 2 of them had the same answer. I said, why is this so high? And they go, oh, because of fraud is big in Florida. So it's because of fraud. And I said, fraud. I said, you're really going to tell me that? And then I had to go, okay, I understand you just work in there. I get it. I'm not going to get in an argument with you. I said, thank you. Bye. But it was just one of those things where it's like fraud. I'm like, I haven't had an accident in 15 years and you're going to tell me, so it's kind of like, but the funny part is like some places like Tennessee and some other places, they literally, you could get insurance. I actually helped out a friend a while back. He had helped me out with the, he had helped me out greatly with a website thing I was doing because I was in a resale business. I was doing some shit, and he was down on his luck. And I had copped this. I love Cadillacs because I have an old school Caddy that I got for $9,000, by the way, cash, and my insurance is $50 a month on it because it's classic car insurance. It's a loophole. So I had bought a car because I was going to resell it, and I had this 99 DeVille. And it was in great condition, ran perfect. I got it from this old cat, George, that I know, who's 93. And we were just kind of homies. And it was just homies with the 93-year-old guy. And he was like, yeah, Jack, if you want that Caddy, I'll give it to you for nothing. Give me $1,000. And I was like, $1,000? I was like, fuck it. I'll flip that thing for like 5 G's. So I ended up buying it. And then this is going on forever. I ended up just saying, fuck it. And I gift the car to this dude. I just give it to him. So here you go. Here's a car. I said, I'll drive it up to you in Tennessee. How about that? And he's like, oh. And I'm like, what? Like, you're helping me with this stuff. I can't afford to pay you all this money. You get a car, you can get a job, you get on your feet. So I give him the car, and then he doesn't have enough money to do insurance. So for 6 months, this is like 2 years ago, but for 6 months, it was $450. And that was standard, like he had coverage. I was like, what? Because in some places, like you're saying in Arizona, it's just bananas. Like it's BANANAS. It's literally nuts. It's it's bonkers. Like I don't get it.
Yeah,
Everybody in the
definitely.
chat,
It's true.
everybody in the chat, real quick. Leave your car insurance and how much your car insurance is and what state you're in. Just let's have some fun with this. I want to get a gauge of everything here. What about you, Pat? Because you're older. Is your insurance better or is it worse now?
It only went up a few dollars. It's about
Like
$110.
110 a month?
Yeah.
That's not bad. That's Philly. That's like standard Philly prices, or you just
Well, I'm outside. I'm in the suburbs, but I've been paying. It, over time it goes up a little bit. I started out with Progressive, and they have been. I think I started out $80. So that was quite a long time ago.
YZTC. He is a honorable mention real fast for the brother here. He's always in every video comment. 365 for 6 months. Wow. I'm upset. You just literally, I'm pissed actually, because I'm paying so much more than that. This guy goes $50 a month, full coverage, Cleveland. Like, what is going on? Am I just in the wrong state, or like this is crazy?
Yeah, I think another reason for Arizona is because it's like the reason why it's so high is because so many people are moving here, so they're just making money. Everybody's moving here from California, from the Midwest, so they're like taking advantage of that to charge people up the a-hole.
Oh yeah, right up the wazoo, just like that, like that. You're done. No, YZTC. I'm not actually mad. I'm happy for you. This one goes right here, $350 a year in Canada, but I think Canada's pretty fucked though, so that's probably the only thing you're getting a good deal on. I could be wrong. My insurance guy told me that car specific. I gotta get in here. I can't fucking see. Sorry for my language. Like everyone who buys this particular car is likely to be this much reckless. Does anyone drive a Subaru? It's like, okay. Then now they're what, stereotyping you because of your car? That's awesome.
Or the color.
Yeah. Public transit. Wait. I just missed one. right here. This one. 98 a month, full coverage, Seattle area. Jeez, like maybe I'm just in a bad spot. I'm gonna save all of these comments and I'm gonna go to my guy, and I'm gonna be like, look at this. Come here. Look at these comments. You see this? I go, what's going on here? 2 vehicles, 2012 Chevy, and a 2018 plus is 2019 UTV Polaris Ranger 500, 135 a month, 135 a month for 6 months. Wow, for all those cars, that's a steal, dude. I mean, technically mine's not too bad if you think about it. It's 250 for 2 cars, 250 a month. So that's really not that bad. And I just had to be an asshole and have 2 cars. I always wanted the Cadillac. Eventually, my Cadillac will be my full-time driver, and then I will get rid of my other car. So that's kind of my goal. But that's going to cost me like 20 G's, and it's just not practical right now. So I'm just not going to do that right now. Makes no sense. I don't need to be spending that kind of money. Hello from VA, Jackie boy. What's up, Razor? Shalom. Razor Shalom. That's a good one. I like that. He's Jewish. He's nice, but he'll cut you. You know, I like it. Guys in Florida wear butt chaps for the fun of it on Sundays. Yeah. All the time. What sucks? My home insurance doubled in 1 year. It was $340 a year. Now it's $600. Yeah, and that's actually good. You come down to Florida, you're talking about astronomical. Like, I live in a townhome 6 miles from the beach. My insurance went from $1,000 a year to $3,000 a year, and my brother's went from, because he's kind of near the beach, and his went from $3,000 a year to $6,500 a year for a regular ass home, 3-bedroom, nothing crazy, like nothing great. You know, I don't even own my yard. You get what I mean? Because it's a townhome, HOA. Like, technically, it's like not mine. It's fucked up. I'm gonna sell it one day when the time's right. But I was gonna keep it as a investment property, but then the HOA, they want to raise it every year. And by the time I get another house, my HOA is gonna be so much money that it's like a joke. I don't even want to support it. Who knows? Maybe I'll keep it long term. I don't fucking know. Maybe my CPA here, Chris. Maybe give me some. Chris is on mute. He has to unmute himself. Maybe.
Yeah, well, if you, I mean, I do a lot of rental real estate work. If you have a rental property and your mortgage rate is still low,
yeah,
then you're in a really good position to keep that rental property. So it all depends on the rate you're paying.
Yeah, so right now I got a 3% because I inherited this townhome.
Wow.
So I kept it was my mom's townhome, so I kept her rate. I didn't the only thing in my name, the deed, all that's in my name. But I kept her loan because my CPA was like, they're just going to raise all that if you do that.
Right.
Yeah.
So is it still in her name, the loan, or did you assume it?
No. So I'm the representative, but the deed, or I'd have to go grab it out of my filing cabinet. All I know is my lawyer told me to just keep it as it is. Otherwise, I could expect a huge increase considering like my credit and all this stuff.
Oh no, well, no, if you can lock in or keep that 3%, believe me, you're in a great position right now. Rental properties are really, really great investments if you do it right. I urge people to not try the Airbnb route, although it seems like it's a cash cow.
No, they're making it illegal for Airbnb in a lot of places, so I think it's a bad deal.
New York City, I'm having a lot of my clients having a lot of problems with it right now. They've really cracked down on short-term rentals.
That's what I've been hearing. Yeah. And then a lot of people don't do the numbers on it. So like, to give you guys some context here for my situation, I let it all hang out here, boys. You guys know this. So my mortgage was $900 a month. Now my mortgage is $1,100 a month, just from insurance and property tax. And this is in the last 2 years. So now the mortgage is $1,100. Hold on. The HOA was $300. Now it's $400. So now it's $1,500 just for essentially the mortgage. And then you got your electric, which everybody knows that shit's way up. At least in my area, it is. Water's not too bad. I pay like $50 a month for water. That's not bad. So like I'm looking with all my bills for my house, 1,800, which isn't bad. But 3 years ago, it was like 1,500, 1,400. So that's the only thing I'm kind of concerned about, especially in Florida, because I'm like, so if it gets too high, it's like it's a 3-bedroom, but do I really feel comfortable renting this place out for, you know, $2,500 a month? That's kind of a ripoff. You know, it's like, because by the time I move out of here, shit's going to be more money. I hate to say it, but it's going to be. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm not trying to be pessimistic. I'm just saying like what it is. It's just like, I'm already planning for that.
Yeah,
It's
you're just
already,
being realistic.
yeah, I'm just like, you know what? I'll rent out. I'm like, my best friend wants to live with me. I'm like, dude, we're not going to be, I'm 33. I'm going to be 34 literally in a week. And not a week, like 10 days or some shit. But it's like, dude, when are we going to be able to be just living together like this again? You know, like when we're 50, we're going to do this. We're really going to do all that. So I'm kind of like, let's just do it now. Just do it now. Figure it the fuck out. And then, you know, if I end up moving in with my girlfriend, don't worry, guys. Okay. Everybody in here. I'm just kidding. I got a backup plan if that goes south. Don't you worry about that. Okay. I have a life outside of just my girlfriend. So that's never been an issue with me.
I have a question for you, Jack.
Yeah.
You've been
Yes, Pat.
talking about symptoms. That's what these are, symptoms. Rising
Symptoms?
prices for this, rising prices for that.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd that come from? And who did it?
The symptoms of everything rising?
Well, the last president we had, gas in my neighborhood was about $2.10 a gallon. Diesel was, it's a little more expensive than gasoline, but still, compared to what it is today, it was half. So,
That's true. My personal opinion, I'm not gonna get like I like to talk about the real shit. I don't really, I guess I do kind of get political, I guess, but I don't like talk about actual politicians because I
this
just
is economics, not
yeah. There you go. There you go. So the way I look at it is, oh, and to answer your question, what's the market value of your house? It says around 300,000, a little more, but I owe about 90 on it, which is really good, you know, equity wise. But who fucking knows if that's even, you know, I can't just trust what it tells me on you know Zillow and shit like that. But honestly, I think it's literally like I said earlier. I don't know if everyone's been in here this whole time, but how I was kind of talking about the conspiracy woo kind of shit. But I honestly think it's almost by like I feel like it's
Design.
almost it's yeah, not to sound like you know totally nuts, but at this point, it literally just feels as if someone is just going, you know, they're watching from afar and they're all just going, raise it up. They're going, turn it up a little bit. You go, okay, yeah. Over there, that whole state, this whole region. He goes, let's just raise everything double. Do it. And they're just kind of watching it. Like, I feel like maybe that's not literally what's going on, but I kind of feel like I wouldn't be shocked if this was like, if that was the situation. Like, I would not be shocked.
I'm on board.
Yeah, because like you got to think about it. It's like, are we really that big of consumers and assholes that we're really doing this to ourselves? Because I really don't think so. Like most people, I know I bring up a lot of people in here on the videos, and you know, I put in some really hot takes with some crazy shit. I know that. I try to put in realistic people too, but from what I see on my daily basis, I'm a social guy. Most people they're doing their best to live within their means because they literally have to. So I don't really think it's kind of like, I don't know, man. I'm really kind of confused by it all, to be honest. It's really, and the fact that it's happening in every country, it's like I can't sit here and blame all of us here in the States if it's happening in Canada, in Germany, in in the UK. It's happening in Australia. Forget it. Right in the crikey. You know what I mean? They're fucking jumping like a kangaroo over there.
Put another shrimp on the barbie.
Yeah. Oh, they're putting shrimp on the Barbie. All right. They're right out of the ocean because there's too much at the grocery store. But like the fact that it's happening all over the place and we're able to talk to people literally and not just see it, like I'm able to talk to people one-on-one through Instagram, through here. I'm just like, okay, well, there's no possible way me and my people over here could have fucked it up for you too. And like you guys didn't fuck it up for us. So that's where I'm kind of like, it's really quite confusing, actually, to be honest with you. It really is. It's kind of odd. It's a bit suspicious, but we'll see what happens.
Can I put my 2 cents on that, Jack?
Yeah, throw a full $1 in there, bro.
All right, how about $1.50? Okay.
Yeah,
all right, so I think what's happening, what they're planning, they want to get away from cash money and make everything digital currency. So
yeah,
they're going.
They said that out loud in public. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Look at the World Economic Forum. Look at the. They even have like it's all over the websites. Like what their plan is. They want to have a cashless society. Like look at Whole Foods. Whole Foods right now.
I made a whole video on it. I know.
Yeah. I think I saw it on your channel, but maybe it popped up on one of my.
You probably saw it a bunch of places, I'm sure.
Yeah. So there's one in California. There's one in New York.
Yeah.
And also, even here now, there's a Whole Foods
in Arizona.
It's in Scottsdale. Yeah,
it's going to be a slow run, but I have this joke where it's like, everybody says cash is king, but you want to kill the king off with the head. I make that, and when I talk to people, it's funny because like I said to you guys, I live in a kind of hood area. I'll just be realistic. It's pretty hood where I live, and it's funny because everybody fucking pays with Apple Pay on their iPhone, right? Which makes no sense to me. But I only see a certain group of people doing this. Like most people are paying with the card, right? Few people carry cash. I'm a cash guy. Do I still use a card? Yeah, I use a card. But I'm a cash dude. Okay? I try and pay cash as much as possible. That's just how I am. That's how I'm raised, buying and selling my whole life. My dad, that's how I'm brought up. And I understand that the less people who use cash, the more reason for it to not make sense to keep using cash. Like the most popular thing I hear is, I'll never carry cash, dude. And they're like proud of it, but they don't realize what they're adding to in that situation. And it's not their fault. It's nobody's fault. But what really baffles me is that where I live in this like hood, it's like typical fucking rap videos where I live, right around me. Okay. And it's just hilarious. It's the typical, it's like 7 on pump 4 and they're driving a Benz. Literally. Like, I'm not fucking kidding you. And they're paying with Apple Pay. But, it's kind of like, it doesn't really make sense to me because I work in a rich area and everybody there just uses card. No one uses cash. I work in a restaurant, but wait tables and I bartend, and nobody pays with cash. And it's a very rich area. No one. Once in a while, somebody will pay with cash.
Yeah, because people think it's like.
But no one pays with Apple Pay ever. Not one fucking time have I experienced that where I work. Because I work in a different area. There's nobody in my neighborhood is not going out to have $50 entrees.
Yeah, they also like the way they're like programming us, even with like if you have the card, like whatever, just the card, they have that thing where you can just put it up to the reader.
That's what I'm talking about. Apple Pay. Yep,
Yeah.
that's what I'm
Oh
talking
yeah, I
about.
see people use that here all the time. Like it's not even Apple Pay; it's just their credit card, and they hold it up to the reader, and it just goes boop. Okay,
Yeah,
and then it
I'm
prints out your
talking.
receipt.
Yeah, I'm talking about actual using their fucking phone. Like
Oh,
literally,
okay, yeah, I've
their
seen that a few
phone.
times.
Boop, pay. No, I see it every single day. But
No shit.
it's only where I live though. Like I said, I'm like one of the few white guys in my neighborhood. It's only where I live. And then when I go to work, which is like fucking 20 miles this way, or if I go up to Jupiter, which is like white people land, nobody's paying with fucking Apple Pay. No one. Not one person. And then when I'm in Lake Worth with the muchachos, no one's paying with Apple Pay. And I spend a lot of time in all these areas. I'm a very on-the-go guy, just so you guys know.
That's weird.
I'm rarely home. I work for like 4 hours a day on YouTube, and I'm out. I'm doing shit. I'm wheeling and dealing. I'm out. I'm a very outside. I'm everywhere kind of guy. I'm not a homebody. So, but this is something I've noticed. It's just something I've noticed. And if you guys actually pay attention, if you start paying attention when you're at the store and stuff, or you're at the gas station, especially, if you're at the gas station, pay attention. See how many people are paying with Apple Pay. And you'll notice what I'm telling you right now. Hold on one second.
Have you noticed the
Mike, hey, I'm on a live right now. All right. Hey, hop on the live. Go on my channel. Yeah, what do you mean? How do you do that? You just go to my channel and click the fucking thing. All right, bitch. All right, sorry. All right, what were you gonna say?
have you noticed the with the digital currency is just another mechanism to control what you buy
Yep.
and who you buy
Absolutely.
it from. And you know what?
Absolutely.
They have no statutory authority for that. And, you know, I read history. I've been doing that since before high school.
Oh, you've been just so you guys know, Pat here, he always leaves a lot of really good gems in the comments. So keep going. Yeah, I can
Dropping
tell.
dimes.
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
does.
Yeah, but the dime is worth about a penny. Dropping pennies.
Bada ding.
Hat tip to Benjamin Franklin. Yeah, I'm living next to his town.
Oh yeah, literally.
No, I've been there at his gravesite, and I throw a couple pennies in there. The park rangers come up and they pick them up and they put them in a bin for him.
For him.
Yeah, for Benjamin Franklin. You believe that?
Yeah, in case he comes back, they resurrect him and Disney. You know.
Well, then he'll be
yeah,
living large.
Walt
Put it
Disney.
that way. Yeah. The reality of it is, it's going to get worse.
Unfortunately, I agree with you.
It got much worse under Jimmy Carter, and it took the minimum of 2 years under Ronald Reagan for him to take the top interest rate to buy a home, which was 21%, and start to bring that down. So when I told you 1985 for purchasing a home,
yeah,
that was really the beginning of the
decline or the incline.
Getting out of the recession or depression they were driving us towards. The facts are we're on that edge of depression, and we're not even realizing just how deep it will go. Gasoline prices are being subsidized by our strategic reserve. They're not supposed to be doing that, but that's what's occurring.
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
So Donald Trump filled that up about 900 million gallons for cheap. He even got on the phone to Saudi Arabia and Russia and said, look, would you mind cutting production down? Because the price is going to go inverted In other words, the oil companies were going to pay you money to take their product. That was a market inversion. So he gave him a
It
call on
kinda-
the telephone and stabilized it.
That kind of almost doesn't make any sense. Like, now I'm not saying you didn't make sense, but like, but when you say the depression stuff, I actually kind of like my one friend who was just living with me, right? He's spreading his wings and he's flying. The whole point of him moving in with me was so that he could save his money and get ahead. And how many people in here think he fucking did that over the course of 9 months? Anybody in here? Anybody think
so?
He fucking didn't? He fucking didn't. He didn't. What he didn't fucking save. He saved hardly shit. And what did he do? He went and got himself a girlfriend.
Gee, there's money down the drain.
Okay, I'm not saying having a girlfriend's bad, but
I didn't say that either. It's just expensive.
Yeah.
Is he still with her at least?
Well, he's moving in with her after 6 months.
Oh. Well, I guess he won.
Well, here's what happened. Let me tell you guys, because this is the downside, because I do preach about, the whole not being independent and making shit work, and working together. So here's what happened. So one, he didn't fucking save any money, right? He was paying $1,800 a month for rent. I said, look, dude, you're drowning. You can move in with me. I'll charge you $700 a month. That'll save you a substantial amount of money every month. And you can put that money away. And in 6 to 9 months, you'll have a plethora saved up. Because he makes good money. Okay. Makes over 50, 60 grand a year, depending on the year. It's the restaurant business. It's a restaurant business. So it fluctuates. You could pull 60, you could pull 70. Some years you pull 50, some years you pull 80. Just depends on the year. It's a gamble industry. It's a save your money when it's coming in industry. That's what it is. So instead of him playing the saving game and getting excited about how much money he's saving, he did what most people do. I was guilty of this when I was younger. Instead of saying, oh, I have an extra $1,100 to save every month, he said, oh, I have an extra $1,100 to spend every month. So I did my part, but he did his part. But this is leading to what Pat was saying about the depression, on a chance of there actually being a depression. He literally, I've told this to my boys. I said, look, shit goes down. How long can you last? I go, you think they can't do 2020 over again? You think shit can't happen again? And you just out here fucking taking a trip to Wisconsin for a fucking log cabin trip? You ain't even got money. My point is like, fucking get ahead, dude. If shit goes down, you got fucking $4 grand to your name. It ain't gonna be fun. If everything just hits the fucking fan, you got $4,000 in your name. You're fucked in the ass. And I'm guilty of this too, because in my head I was like, oh, you know what? I got all this money. I'm gonna do this, and then I have to stop myself and go, no, you don't, because if shit goes down, I'm already not saving as much as I'm used to saving. I broke even the last 3 months. And that's not normal for Jack. That's not. And it is what it is. But, if shit does go down, we got to be ready to kind of hang. So I think if everybody's kind of prepped, I'm not saying let's fucking prep everything here and be like ready to live off the land, which is probably smart. But, at least have some fucking money. At least have some shit. And we've got a new homie in here, Cardboard Odyssey, or Bob. There it is. What's up, Bob?
Yo, glad to be on the show. I'm really excited to be here. Actually, I've been watching your show kind of recently. Within the last month, I started catching up with you. So you're down there in South Florida. It's where I grew up.
Okay,
I'm MTG Gaming Bob in the chat. I grew up down in Boca Raton. Couldn't wait to get out of there.
Yeah, I work in Boca.
I got one of my best friends lives there in Coral Springs, so I'm very familiar with
Boca. For the people watching here is elderly community, basically 70 and up. Wealthy for the most part. Very old town, very boring, slow pace. But I work there because they all have money and they've all survived like 3 recessions, and they still go out to eat and buy $50 snapper dishes. So, I suck it up and make the drive down there, and I like who I work for. Good people, they asked me to work for them, not the other way around. So that's usually a better bet when someone wants you versus you going in there and wanting them. So Bob, where do you live now, brother?
I'm up here in Cleveland. It's kind of funny what you were just saying about how people aren't prepared. And, I'm a YouTube content creator myself, and I'm in for Magic the Gathering. And it's funny. It's the same problem where you have these, we call them Timmies, that just spend. If they have $10, they're going to go out and buy more cards. Right. And it's the same problem all around, for where you're at, whether it's a new car, shoes that are $600, and they don't have $1,000 to cover an emergency bill.
It's honestly, and honestly, I don't actually want to blame people. People sometimes go, "Oh, you're taking it too easy," which is hilarious because some videos I just roast people. But like I feel bad because I grew up and I've fucked up financially. I don't want to say that I haven't. Okay, I have. I know what it's like to have 30 grand in the bank and then live in your car. I've done it. Okay. I know what it's like to have 100 grand in your bank, and the next thing you know, you have 50 because you made some poor decisions. Anybody in here? So that's why I don't go too hard on people, because I do know what it's like to fuck up and be irresponsible. Or maybe you caught yourself a bad habit for a little while. A lot of people are like, alcohol. Are you kidding me? It's number one. That's the fucking, you open a liquor store, you're golden. And I don't condone doing that, really. I don't think it's good for society, but unfortunately that's what it is. And I see too many people, especially bartending as long as I have. I can't tell you how many fucking people, man. Just not just blowing it on the booze. It's what you do once you're consumed. And weed too. Fucking weed too, man. I smoked weed a long time. When I was selling weed, it was the other way around. I was making a shit ton of money. But that was a decade ago. That's old. But when I was just smoking weed, next thing you know, you're stoned. Next thing you know, you might spend money on something you had no intention on spending money on because you're fucking baked and you think it's a great idea. 3 little birds at my doorstep. Bob Marley.
Regardless though of what the reason is why you did it, my Achilles heel was 2 ex-wives making me broke twice. It doesn't matter whether it's drugs, ex-wives, women. It really doesn't matter what it is. Nobody's going to come to save you, right? The government is going to be broke if people are depending on Social Security. That's not going to be there for your generation.
I agree with you, unfortunately, because my dad, put it this way, I've been dealing with his Social Security for the last 8 years because I had to get it for him early, which was a whole fucking racket in itself. And sorry if I just kicked you out, Savvy. My bad, brother. I kind of got to get a rotation going here. I'm new to the live thing, but yeah, my dad only has Social Security, and it's funny because this was a man who had 6, 7 employees at one time, 3 work vans, and a Porsche. And you get hooked on narcotics, overdose like 8, 9 times, find yourself with an alcohol problem. 20 years later, it's a wrap. And now he only has Social Security, which, guess what, guys? It's not enough. Jack's been subsidizing this man's income. Luckily, he was a great father. Don't get me wrong. He really was a great father. But I'm dealing with it firsthand. And so I'm getting a full-blown learning lesson right now going, shit, this is what happens this is exactly what happens. And it's sad because I feel like the Social Security thing, Pat, you tell me if I'm tripping here, because I think you'll be able to collect when you're 65, but you could collect early if you wanted to. But for me, 30-year-old men, 20-year-old dudes, I don't know if that I don't know if that's going to be going like it is. I just don't know. Maybe it will be. I mean, I still put in a little bit towards it just in case.
According to CBO last year, for fiscal year, I think it's 2021 into 2022.
Yeah.
Social Security is depleted by 2033. Medicare is depleted a couple years after that if they don't get control of spending now. Just the interest on the $33 trillion is $1 trillion. That's insane.
Yeah, it's not looking too good, and it's just funny because it's like, what are we all is everyone just supposed to get rich? And obviously, we all know the answer. It's like save your money, learn how to put it places so it can grow, high yield savings accounts, index funds, Roth IRA, even though that's probably risky. Get some property.
Jack, all you're going to have is more bank failures.
Yeah.
Putting your money into a piece of paper, not into a piece of paper, your money, but when you go to put it in like a Roth IRA or a 401k, that's just another piece of paper.
Yeah.
Just another institution that fails ultimately.
It doesn't matter if it fails, then everybody's screwed. I'm trying to watch my language.
Oh, it is failing.
No, you could let it all hang out here, buddy.
Oh, I cuss like a sailor on my show. I won't do it on yours. But there's two things. First of all, if you've ever lived overseas, you'll see just how absurd we all are over here. They don't have 3 TVs in their houses. They have multi-generations under a roof. We don't have an earning problem. We have a spending problem. We want stuff. We're a country that's driven on stuff.
They have that TV in their house.
Okay. You ain't kidding either. Like if you go overseas, you'll see, it's a humbling event to go just about anywhere else in the world and see just how fat, dumb, and happy we are. And then we say, oh, I don't make enough money. That's not true at all. We spend too much money. And then we like to spend money we don't even have. And that's what I was saying before. It's a debt-based problem. We can't have $33 trillion in debt and expect to climb out of a hole. And the only way around it is everybody has to start saving their money, stop spending all the money, especially money they don't have, and start putting in investments. I mean, if the financial system collapses, it won't just be a problem here. Where are you going to go in the world? Every other bank around the world will collapse.
I want to say this though.
Hold on, Shape. My
Go
bad.
ahead.
Everybody, this is Shape. He is in the live now. Shape is also he is a red pill manosphere. Yeah, there you go. I was just trying to classify you a little bit here. I don't want to put you under that umbrella, but
he's a black guy in the red pill manosphere.
You chose this life.
Yeah, we actually got a black manosphere too, by the way.
Yeah,
for those that don't know. And by the way, even though it's a black manosphere, we welcome all people. Just a group of black creators that are just like red pill and conservative. So.
All right. Well, real quick, Shape. So I don't want to get too off topic here. So, Shape, you're in Jersey, right?
Yeah.
All right. What's the money? What's the bills looking like out there? What's going down? Give us the deets.
Well, I just wanted to chime in and say, how come no one's blaming the government? Back in the day, we used to blame Uncle Sam. Now it's like we're blaming the public.
Oh, we are blaming the government.
And
I am.
William said Shape's new Kevin Sam. Yeah, he knows my content.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about the comments.
But listen, I said, listen, inflation is an activity that the federal government is involved in, right? Inflation is not happening because we are not saving enough money. We are not putting our money in financial instruments such as Roth IRAs. It's happening because the government is printing money and sending it to Ukraine. Now, the fastest way to fix the debt is to stop government spending. And the government's going to keep spending because they don't have to pay the tax on their spending. We have to pay the tax, and the tax is inflation. Your dollar's becoming worth less. So I try to tell people all the time is that it's not that gas is getting more expensive is that your dollar is becoming so weak you can buy less gas.
Actually, Shape, I hate to bust everyone's bubble, but it's actually dollars getting less expensive and gas is getting more expensive all at the same time.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
One's going up and the other one's going down.
Yeah, the value of the dollar is going down, but the value of gas remains the same.
Okay, but what we want to know, or what I want to know, is
Okay.
what's Jersey like right now? Like, what's the average rent for, let's just say, a 1-bedroom in Jersey right now?
I mean, Jersey's one of the most expensive places to live in the country.
I know. Give us the goods. We don't know.
So, but the reason why I hate to compare because
you're in real estate, so you like that's why I'm asking you. They don't know this, but I know this.
Yeah, no. So here's a great thing about New Jersey. New Jersey is not nearly expensive as New York to live. But you could work in New York and live in New Jersey. So you can make a higher paying amount. So let's say, for example, in New York, $60,000 a year is what's equivalent purchasing power to $30,000 in New Jersey.
Yeah.
So what a lot of people hustle is to work into New York to make double, but pay half the price and pay half the price. So that's a huge hustle happening in New Jersey now where people work in the big city, right? A lot of people that work in New Jersey work in the city. Right, it's a big hub for jobs, and in the city, you know what I'm saying, $50,000 is like equivalent to $25,000 in New Jersey, or $100,000 is equivalent to $50,000. So people make $100K in New York, and at the New York cost of living, that's like $50K anywhere around the country. You know what I'm saying?
True.
But $100K in New Jersey, you know what I'm saying, can buy a lot more than $100K in New York could buy. And so people are making, let's say, 6 figures in New York, but if they had that same job in New Jersey, they'll make like $50,000 a year. You know, and
you're not playing that game though, are you? You're working local.
Yeah, no, I'm not playing that game, but that's a game that a lot of New Jerseyans play. For me, it's affordable because I'm a YouTuber. I do real estate. I'm a personal trainer, so I got my ways of making money.
So
I work at a rich man's gym.
You got 3 sources of income here,
and any of them can pay my rent by themselves. So, YouTube's not there just yet. YouTube.
But that's
YouTube
your
paid
main
half my rent this month. So shout out to YouTube, man.
Yeah, guys, just so you know, me and Shape, we do this thing where we call each other like once every other day, and we just both go, "Oh yeah, we're gonna make this video," and we're just like these weird geeks on videos. Just so you know, because Shape's actually a good guy. We just internet buddies. But anyways, real quick, Ian, can you hear me, brother?
I can.
All right, Ian, where are you hailing from, bro?
Canada, Ottawa.
All right, my Maple Leaf brother.
Yeah.
Fucking, I'll play a pickup game, pond hockey with you, dude. I played up in Michigan.
Oh, bud, yeah. It's starting to get cold.
I got some puck handling skills, dude. Okay.
I doubt that.
I'm a Florida boy, but
yeah.
I played a bunch of pond hockey in Michigan every year. I'd go there for Christmas.
Oh, okay. Well,
it's like kind of like a ritual thing we would do. You kind of like
right on,
with my cousins and stuff. It was kind of like you get on the ice or you suck. It was like one of those things. So I was like, okay, I'll learn.
I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, I never played with pads and all that, but I'm okay. I'm better than most people probably who have never played hockey. But anyway, so what's Canada like right now? Because earlier in the chat, I saw somebody say that car insurance was nothing. But from what I hear, Canada's getting like right up the butt.
Well, yeah, like a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom, probably 2,200. Car insurance probably 120 a month, and house insurance probably that too. And then taxes on your house and taxes on top of that too. So that's another couple $100 a month.
What's the average like pay like from what you've noticed? Like, what do you think the average like take home is for a Canadian?
Yeah, I'm guessing 50-ish, 60-ish, something like that.
Oh, so you guys are basically in the same fucking boat as us here. Maybe even worse.
Yeah, and the only way to get ahead is like I'm married, so we got 2 incomes, and so we're doing okay. We don't have any kids, so that helps too. So yeah, uh,
Yeah,
instead
you're
of
basically
kids,
doing
and
exactly what I preach. You got to work together. You know, that's smart,
that's
honestly.
it, man.
Because if I was
And
living,
own your car like you were saying.
oh, absolutely. I know it's not possible for everybody. I know that, but if you can wait it out, I highly advise just sucking it up and like buying a car outright. Highly advise it.
Totally.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I did that
yeah.
in 2014. I got a Civic for about 10 grand, and I
Reliable.
just sold it. Best deal I've ever had. Sold it for 7. So I had it for 10 years, and it cost me 3 grand.
Wow. Talk about a
Yeah.
steal. No, that's
Yeah,
that's an
totally.
excellent deal. Yeah, and what was I gonna say? Like for instance, if I were to live alone here at my house, that's that's my answer to that. I'd be just it's I already work 7 days a week. Granted,
Yeah.
3 of those days of the week is really only 4 hours a day. The other days are
Right on.
kind of longer. But
Right.
it's 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 at the point where like if I lived alone personally,
Yeah.
it's a wrap. Like I won't even have a I mean, obviously things are going to change the more work I put into the YouTube, the more I do over here. Like down the
Yeah.
road, it's going to be cool, but right now though is definitely like, oh my god, help.
We're seeing a huge difference too from people who sign their mortgage at like maybe 2-3%. Now it's like 6-7%. So that could be a grand, on the average house, right?
Yeah,
So
that's
you
wild.
touched on something though, like with the car, but it's not just cars, right? People need to start doing the delayed gratification, just like the marshmallow test. You know, you get more if you wait. Is my voice that bad? You got to take your headset off. Dang. I respect the hustle that both you and Shape have, and I think more people need to do that. More people need to get their hustles on and start saving money to buy everything, not just a car, but your TV, your clothes, whatever it is. Don't buy on credit. I'm seeing credit rates as high as like 30% on credit cards at this point. Americans are carrying like $17.5 trillion in debt right now. That's just absurd. There's no way to pay it off with the GDP. So it's not just cars. I agree with you with cars. My car's I bought it in cash. But it's everything. Your clothes, your hats,
you're right. Yeah,
your
like right
computers,
now,
whatever.
yeah, I have 2 credit cards. Both of them are like 20 something percent interest. Both of them. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't even fucking use them. And if I do use them, I use them here and there, but it's like it's got a $300 balance. I pay it off at the end of the month. But
Pay it off the end of the month,
I
man. That's
I
it.
almost don't even like using them though. And I know
Yeah.
people go, but you could use the points and all this, and I go, I get that. Like, you guys know if you watch me, I'm on a different stratosphere with things, but I'm like, why am I gonna support you? Why am I gonna like? I'm only doing this so my credit will be good, and I don't even fucking care if it is. You guys do, or whoever you are. I'm like,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna like play this game where I have to use your shit all the time. That's why I'm such a cash guy because, for instance, we went out to eat recently. I was went down to Miami, which I don't do as much. I was down there like a little skateboarding thing, which I don't skate much either anymore, but it was fun. But we went to the spot and they didn't take cash, and I literally was like, all right. And I went across the street to
You
a
don't
taco
take
truck.
cash.
I went across the street to not a taco truck, a Cuban truck, and I got a medianoche, which is a Cuban sandwich with sweetbread, and they took cash, and I happily gave my fellow Cubanos cash who would take it because I was like, I'm not. I literally said I'm not. I almost got hired at this restaurant. People love to want to hire me for some reason. This guy's like, come work for me. You'll make $1,300 a week, and I'll give you for 4 days of work, 10-hour days. And I was like, that's pretty good. Like only 4 days a week. That's perfect. I can focus on YouTube and, I could do my other thing. And then I was about to sign shit, and then we're going over stuff. And then not even the guy hiring me, it was one of the employees who was was a server there. And he goes, yeah, the only thing is we don't take cash here. It sucks. And I was like, wait, you don't take cash? And he's like, no. I go, thank God I didn't start this job and I didn't take the job because I'm like, I'm not gonna support it. Like I'm not gonna fucking do it. I'm just not.
You want
Are
to hear
they
something
adding the
fucked up that the
standard
bank did to me
20% to
recently?
your bill?
Hold on, Ian. Let Ian go first here.
Go,
What
yeah,
was
go
that?
ahead.
Are they adding a standard 20% to the bill before you even get it? Is it like your gratuity?
I didn't even care about that. It was like a set pay rate thing there. I'm sure
Okay.
they're adding it to it. It's not about me getting cash. It's about the fact that they don't accept it.
Yeah, no, I got it. Yeah.
Statement.
Yeah, it was like I'm not going to support it. Like I had Planet Fitness Gym for a while, right? I canceled it because I realized one day they don't take cash. I said I'll just fucking do pull-ups and push-ups at my house. I don't fucking care. You know, like it's not about for me, it's not about like me making the money. It's more about like if I'm just one extra person kind of pushing back on that, the longer it'll take for them to go through with the cashless system. That's all.
We're gonna get there, but yeah, it's gonna take a little bit of time. But we're essentially in a cashless system. Two things. One, I got my boy
with
Zard.
that attitude.
Yeah. Jack, I got my boy Danya from TikTok. He's hopped in.
Oh, what's up,
if you want to
Danya?
bring him up, you know, he's
He
definitely
can
down
hop
to.
in. I'll put the link in the chat. Anybody's welcome. You know how we roll here.
Other thing I wanted to say is the bank played a dirty trick on me when I paid off all my credit cards. Guess what? My debit card stopped working. I couldn't figure out why. My debit card stopped working. So it
Links
forced
in the
me to use
chat.
my credit cards.
If anyone wants to hop in.
You know what I'm saying? And boom, boom, boom.
Wait, so wait. They just canceled
They
your
froze
credit
my
card?
debit card. When they started seeing me pay off all my credit cards,
Yeah.
my debit card was frozen, wasn't working. It was a huge issue. I couldn't use it for like 6-7 days. And during those 6-7 days, what did I do? Reuse my credit cards again. So now my credit card balance back to where it is. And now my debit card's working.
Okay.
I believe it was a contrived trick because I've had the same credit card, the debit card number for years, and all of a sudden when I pay for all my credit cards, it's just not working anymore.
Huh.
And the bank system doesn't work if people say pay off your debt. Our bank system doesn't work if you pay off your debt. We'll have no money. If all the credit cards are paid off today, our whole system would just evaporate because it's based off of debt.
No, yeah, even the court system. If you wanted to go down like a real fucking rabbit hole, if you go to court and it depends on the charge because a charge is a charge. Money is a debt. So like you can go to court and for like a ticket or something, you can go, where's my, you ask them where your bid bond is because every court case is a bond number and a bond is money, is a debt. So technically, if they don't have that, legally and lawfully, if they don't have that readily available for you, you have to file paperwork and shit. But technically they would have to pay you money from that bond. It's you could look this shit up. Look up a bid bond. You'll blow your fucking mind, honestly, because it's the law. It's just we don't know. Like we don't know that this is how the system works. Like we have no idea that we can go in and go this infraction or this code actually is breaking the law on my constitution. So now you guys owe me money because you just broke the law. It's kind of fucking nuts. Like you guys can look into that. I'm gonna shut up about that. It's a little bit too much.
It's
it's real. It's not even conspiracy. It's not even. You can look it up. Bid bond. I worked at a law firm.
No, income tax is like that too. Technically, income tax is not constitutional, but
yeah, I mean, none of it's we sign up for it, so it's like a contract. So it's like a verbal contract. So like, if a cop pulls me over and I say, "Yeah, I'm driving my vehicle," it's a verbal contract. But if I were to say I'm traveling in my automobile, obviously I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to fucking deal with the police like that. But technically, it's a loophole. Because the only way they could pull you over for that or get you for anything is if you're driving a vehicle, because that's a contract. But by law, you have the right to travel, but not a vehicle. It's got to be an automobile. So it's like these little fine lines. But anyways, let's shut the fuck up about that. We got Danya in the chat. On the live here. He is a TikTok sensation of sorts. I actually have a video of him that I'm plugging into a future video that I thought was pretty gold. So what's up, Daniel? Where are you from?
How are you doing, Jack? What's up, Shape? I'm from Jersey. I live 10 minutes from Shape. We met at the
Oh,
gym, and the rest
nice.
was history, man. So
Hours
first,
meet at the gym.
first time hearing about your
The
channel,
Buff
man.
Boys. I got you. Okay. Yeah. So so Dania's in the red pill space too. The Manosphere. He's got a fairly large follow on TikTok. I saw your YouTube channel. Looks like you're kind of just getting going with that.
Yeah, I started late. I was a late bloomer.
Yeah. Well, you know what though? When you start cause in 2017, I started this process, but the short form was a lot easier for me. So on Instagram, I was able to get a real good following because I was doing jokes and skits and shit. But on YouTube, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, and that didn't really work out. But eventually both accounts got deleted, and then I didn't do shit until about 9 months ago, and I started from scratch. But I just focused on the long form because I was like, okay, I know I could do the short form, but this is where the game's at. But it's good you're here because, guys, if you fuck with me and you really like the stuff, Dania, I want you to spam your I want you to spam your YouTube channel link in the comments and get you some traffic over there because he's got some good shit. But what's going on with you right now? What are you, if you don't mind, what are you doing? How's money and everything good in Jersey? Because Shape didn't give me too many answers on what's going on with the prices over there.
Yeah, so we have big goals, me and Shape, and there's another dating coach that we're going to team up with who also grew up in the same city that I did. So he's going to give up his job now and do content full time. So we're going to kind of take
He's going
over
all in.
take over Fresh and Fit and what they couldn't do and learn from their mistakes and make it 100 times better with the
So you
ideas
got,
I have.
because I actually caught a live, and guys, just so you know, these guys because a lot of people when they find my channel, they realize I'm not bashing women. Sometimes I roast them. I even roast guys. You know how it goes. I even get roasted. It's all good. But what they mean with the Fresh and Fit shit is how they just kind of were bringing on just floozies, just scamps, but bring an actual decent lady on your show.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I caught your live that you guys did, and I was like, oh, I like that idea. Not too many people are doing that. Or if they do that, it's one good girl surrounded by a bunch of the whole strip club's there, and then one good girl. Which,
yeah.
And
it's giving men the impression that these are the only women that are out there, and it's not true. There's a lot of beautiful, high quality feminine women that me and Shape fuck with. And I said, this is so one dimensional what they're doing. They're bringing women off the streets in Miami just to plug in their OnlyFans. They come with trash. They come with toxicity. They come with drama. And that's what you're going to get. And those videos went viral. But realistically, aside from all the statistics they were teaching us, how many men don't know that? Oh, make yourself a high value dude. Work out. How many guys don't know that? And this is my point is they weren't teaching real game. They're not teaching men real game. They're just teaching them stats. Okay.
Yeah.
Math teacher goes on the board. He shows you he shows you the answer. This is the analogy I have with Fresh and Fit. They show you the answer, but they can't tell you the formula of how they got that answer. Okay. A good player, a ladies' man like you, Jack, me and Shape, we can give you the formulas, different routes of how we got there. That's real game. But they never had game before. And I want to expose the phonies and I want to make them obsolete. Right? It just pissed me off because I see them with their huge podcast and I'm like, how come we can't do that? I was like, these guys never got women before they got fame and status. I'm like, that's not a player, that's a trick.
Well, I think because my channel here, I do a lot of let's make living within your means normal. You know, I always say I'm a regular fucking dude who just happens to be funny, right? That's it. I'm not rich, I'm not loaded, I'm not the tallest guy, and I don't need to flaunt money to get women. And another thing too is I never went for slutty women. Most of the women I've been with, a lot of them literally are married now. They were actually good girls because I have this sense of picking ones that are she respects people. She respects her mom and her dad. Holy shit. So that's kind of something I always talk about. And And I just think it's funny because when you got all these, like, not all these people, because I got a lot of married couples who follow me and they watch it together. So I think that's awesome. I got a lot of married couples and they just can't believe how hard it is because a lot of them are a little older. Maybe they're in their 40s, maybe they're in their 50s. So they're kind of like blown away that this is what the younger generation has to kind of pick from in a world where, like, Shay put out a video today and one of the clips in it, literally all these women are going, hoe phase is necessary. You have to have sex with 50 guys to know what you want. And it's like, well, that kind of sucks because then none of us are going, I'm not going to stay with you long term. Yeah, I'll put my dick in your mouth. That sounds fun. But I'm not going to stay with you. Like, if I know that information. And I don't even need to ask you to know that information. It's going to come out of you.
But men are being shamed to date sluts. That's what's going on now.
Okay.
We're being shamed to date sluts.
All right. Real quick, though. We shouldn't be dating sluts anyways. Have sex with them, and that's it.
100.
But you're not a man. You're not a man if you don't date a whore. You're not a man if you ask your body count.
Shape, let me explain something to you real quick. Tell me if I'm tripping out. All right. We live in a world where big influencers make it seem like it's cool to pimp your girlfriend out online. But in fact, a real pimp never dated anybody in his stable ever. He never married one of his, maybe it happened once or twice. I don't fucking know. But for the most part, he's not going to wife up somebody in his stable that he's pimping out. Now it's like, let me pimp out my wife. And it's like kind of, and then young kids see that. And then girls see that. And then girls go, you know, and then everybody thinks it's fucking normal. But then you got guys like me who just want a relationship, which is risky. I get it. I know the risk. But I'm that guy. So I kind of represent guys that want a relationship. And it ain't fucking easy. You gotta
I think that's what most men want, to be honest with you. I think most men want a girlfriend. They would love to have the fresh and fit dream of fucking 304s every day. But
yeah,
I think most guys we coach want
I close my eyes when I talk to these women. I just listen. And then if I like what I'm hearing, I hope when I open my eyes, I like what I see. Because if I've done the going for looks part, it never works out. Is it a good time? Usually. Sure. But it's, you know, I had to learn how to listen more than I looked. And it's a hard skill to come across, but it is possible to do.
Yeah, I'd rather have an 8 girlfriend who's compliant, feminine, nurturing, caring, loving than a 10 who has tattoos, toxic,
Absolutely.
brings nothing to the table, right? So
Jack, don't you have tattoos, brother?
Yeah.
He has one.
I have 3 tattoos, and they're all this size. Like, I was hammered drunk, dude. I didn't even know I got them. You know, and that's my fault. Who did that? Anybody in here, guys? That was me. I did that. I fucked up. But I don't have giant tattoos. Like, it's kind of odd that I have a tattoo on my neck because I don't have any tattoos anywhere. So it's kind of like people literally, I could be standing next to somebody covered in tats, and the people looking at us is going to focus more on my one little tattoo on my neck than the guy covered. Every time. Every fucking time.
So why? Look, I know Danya doesn't like girls with tats, but why don't you like girls with tats, Jack?
It just, it's like to me, it's like a manly thing to have tats.
Yo, what's going on, fellas?
Yeah. Hey,
what up, Giovanni?
Giovanni's got a YouTube channel as well. I've actually been on his live stream.
Hey,
he's an electrician. Where are you at again? You're in Nevada, right, Gio?
Yeah, I'm in Las Vegas right now.
Yeah, he's actually a very, I would say you're fairly successful. He's got electrician. He's doing his damn thing. I heard Nevada's pretty good, man. What's the rental and what's the money situation like out there?
Dude, the housing market is insane in the bad way. Rent, at least in a good part of town, for like a 2-bedroom apartment, you're looking at probably $1,700 a month. In a decent part of town.
That's not too bad. I mean,
yeah,
not the best, but it's considering. What about the push department? How the women are out there?
Oh, dude, I'm in the center of the apocalypse. You know, we're struggling, but you know, we do what we can. Yeah, we're at the epicenter of the apocalypse. Patient zero is here, I'm sure.
Are you
It's
like
pretty
right
rough, man.
near? Are you like right near Vegas?
Yeah, no. Like I live in Henderson, I live in the suburbs, but getting to like the actual Las Vegas Strip or even downtown, like Las Vegas Strip, maybe 15 minutes, you know, with my driving. Going downtown, it's about like 25, 30-ish minutes. So it's close, you know, like I go out partying, go out dancing with ladies and shit. So it's not too bad. But yeah, man, I had a lady friend staying with me for a couple weeks.
Was your
And
girlfriend, or was it like literal just a
no,
friend who was a woman?
no, I mean it was a girl that I met when I was younger, and you know we've always been friends and stuff, and you know we had a moment, we came together in the biblical sense, but you know she disrespected me in a way,
You
and
gotta let it go
I
in the
decided to walk away. You know it's rough, man. It sucks, but people aren't gonna respect me if I don't stand up for myself, and I'm not gonna respect myself or like myself if I don't stand up for myself. So
Wow,
yeah,
beautifully
you know,
put. Because a lot of
walked away.
people actually suffer with that a lot.
Yeah, and you know, it's kind of like with my former co-host. You know, we had a falling out very amicably, I think. But you know, I had to stand up for myself, and you know, I chose to walk away. Just you can't put up with disrespect from anybody.
What did
and
he
just
do?
allow
Yeah?
it. He oh man, dude, he was saying things about me and saying things about what we do that was not true in private to this girl, and
Ooh.
nobody was ever meant to
Pillow
find out.
talking to a bitch.
Nothing
Yeah.
will ruin a friendship faster than a
Yeah.
woman.
Yeah, well, the thing it's like, look, I didn't know who the girl
Or
is.
money.
I
Money and
yeah,
women. Yeah.
yeah. So I didn't know who the girl was. You know, it wasn't anything like that. But the man in the house, her boyfriend, he reached out to me and was like, "Yo, man, your co-host is saying all this shit, and she's fleecing your fucking subscribers for money." I'm like, "Oh my god."
Oh wait, it was a girl?
Yeah, yeah. So he was talking to this girl, and they were like
wait,
having
real quick. I think Shape's a
Yeah.
little confused. So his
Your
co-host
co-host was a
was
guy?
a dude, is a guy.
Yeah, yeah,
And
he's a
he was
dude.
saying false claims about Geo here.
Yeah.
And then this girl seems to have gotten in the mix.
Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah. So he was telling her a bunch of personal shit. And it's like, look, I get it, man. Your private conversation's private. I don't wanna know. But I saw things. I saw fucking screenshots of the actual phone with the actual messages. And I'm like, dude, like you're just saying things that are just not true. And I told him, like, I get home from work and I'm like, yo, so and so said all this shit. If even half of it is true, it's bad. Like, just be honest with me. And he tried to gaslight me and shit. And he was trying to say things that just like he was just bullshitting. And I'm like, dude, like I've seen the messages. So I revoked his privileges on the Discord channel because I didn't want him to delete anything because I'm like a pro free speech guy. I'm like, yeah, man, you can't be
Oh yeah, he likes
violating
to
people's
go all
free
the way.
speech. Yeah.
Geo goes all
Wait,
the
hold on. What's your channel about, brother?
Oh man, I do content regarding firearms. What else? Electrical
So-
shit. Tools.
So was it like red pill kind of content?
Yeah, well, I do a live stream every Tuesday, and it is like red pill stuff.
Okay.
Like I'm not a registered Republican, but you know, as long as Trump is the leader of the party, I'm gonna vote for them. That sort of thing, and you know, like
MAGA.
yeah, pretty much, man. Like I hate, you know,
I'm
all
indifferent.
the woke nonsense.
Yeah, I'm gonna get. That's not
I
gonna
don't-
end up well for me.
I mean,
for
I don't
saying-
pay too much attention to it, you know, because like I'm an adult, so people are like, "Oh, dude, this new Star Wars shit is, you know, retarded." I'm like, "Hey, well, don't watch it."
Hey,
Like,
I'm
it's
gonna
not that-
I'm gonna let you guys take over for like 1 minute. I gotta tinkle. But this guy's comment was really funny. One of you guys should read it.
It says what? I'm 50, so I guess the whole apocalypse
Yeah, the
thing
apocalypse.
doesn't apply to me, but any of you young people have a spinster auntie with 9 cats, drop my name. Bro, hey, yo, even if you're 50, listen, and this is why I tell dudes, stay in shape, keep your money up, keep your life together, and just date younger chicks. Why date a spinster? You're a guy. You could date a 20-year-old.
Yeah, but then they shame you for being a pig. Oh, you're such a pig going for the younger girls.
Yeah, even
Right.
my
Let them
always a
shame you.
lose-lose.
Screw it. I
Yeah,
mean,
I'm immune to that.
yeah, my former
yeah,
co-host
shame me,
was,
bro. You can't
Yeah.
you can't shame me into dating a spinster. What the hell?
Yeah, I got a 20-year-old. I'm 50 years old.
You're not gonna
Let
shame me
me
into
shame
getting
you.
granny panties. Come on now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, my former co-host, he, you know, even like a old buddy of mine in the military, he was like bitching at me because you know it's like, look, if she's 18 and she's willing, like I don't care, like we're gonna date. And people would say, because I'm in my fucking 30s, right? Like I'm 32. So yeah, I've hooked up with like an 18-year-old, a 20-year-old, whatever, and it's just not a big deal to me.
It's
They're
fun.
gonna shame me. It's like, dude, I don't want to date a fucking bitch my age. I'm not gonna date somebody I went to high school with because I know who she's been with. I know what she's about, and she probably has a kid now. Dude, I don't want those problems, man.
Bro, girls want older guys. So who do you expect the older guys to date? The younger chicks.
Yeah,
I mean, you can't get an older guy unless they date younger girls.
I agree with you guys, but I do notice exception to the rules though occasionally where like two people just click, but that's like a rare thing. Like
At the same age,
it
different
generally doesn't work out. Generally, same age that would work out more than if you dated a chick older than you. But I have seen it. I've seen it happen. Like one of my best friends, he's been with a chick 10 years, and she's like 3 years older than him. But they're literally like, if you guys were to meet them, you'd be like, oh yeah.
Like unicorns, man.
Yeah, you wouldn't even know she's older than him because, Spanish people, Chinese people, and shape, nose, black don't crack, so you wouldn't even know.
But still don't do no crack though, man. Don't do
No, of
crack.
course not. All right, so where are we at here? So, Hannah Banana's in here. Steve, how about 2 mixed kids, a cat, and mom, a slob. All right. Well, this.
Oh, she was looking for that 50-year-old comment. Yo,
Hannah Banana's always
my mind is setting up dates in his comment section, bro. Wow,
Hey,
your shit is
you
like
gotta-
Tinder tonight.
Gotta get it how you live, man. It's a new world out here.
Yeah, I'm looking to meet my my next wife here, dude. That's why I'm.
Yep. You
that's why I
never
hopped on.
you never know. You never know. One of my
Your
best
next wife watches Jack's videos.
Yeah, dude,
you-
she loves that red leather, dude.
You know I'm a
Gets it every
matchmaker.
time.
I'll hook you up, man. I've been known to do it. Actually, funny story, real quick. So my boy Charlie, right? I actually missed his wedding. These two got married. So let's backtrack. So he comes out to California. I was living in Cali for a while. He comes out to visit from Florida, and I'm in a Melrose Place situation where I live in this apartment complex, and I got two hoes living here. One of them's a stripper. I got 2 hoes living in this one, 3 actually, and then I got 2 more downstairs. And then it's me, my best friend Taco, who still lives with me now, and my best friend Eric, who's my cousin. So we end up, everyone over the course of like 3 years all hooks up, right? It's inevitable. And great time. But so my boy Charlie comes down, and this chick Tina, she's my neighbor. She was dating one of my kind of friends, but more of an acquaintance. His name was Sean, right? So, and at the time I was super skinny skateboarder. I was like 25. I did not work out. It was skateboarders. That's all we did. We usually, if you're a skateboarder, you're generally a skinny fuck. So people would press me a lot, but like, I'm used to eating shit on concrete. So it's like I could scrap. So this guy, obviously I'm a lot bigger now, but so this guy, he moves down, he comes to visit, and him and Tina literally fall in love like immediately. And they've been together ever since. It's been like 7 years. They just got married. But this is the funniest part. So the dude, Sean, they had just broken up like a couple days before these two met. So he comes out one night and he goes, this has to do with the matchmaking. So we're all out celebrating at this bar, and all of a sudden Sean, he comes up and he starts pressing me, and he's like, "You're just gonna pawn Tina off to your boy?" And I'm like, Sean, what do you think I did? Just said, "Hey Tina, this is my boy Charlie. Go take care of him." What do you think I am? So anyways, but the point is I kind of did that. I really did, actually. I was kind of like, hey, I did the 6th grade approach, like in 6th grade where you go, "Hey, Jessica likes you." And then he goes, "Yeah, he likes you too." It was kind of that situation. So that did kind of happen. But yeah, if you guys are looking to get married, like, I'm your guy. Okay. I'll hook you up.
Hell yeah, dude.
He's going to ordain
I'm
you.
in the right place.
I'm on my, I was supposed to actually ordain them. I really was, but I bailed on the wedding because they wanted to do this fucking mountaintop wedding where I have to fly into Vegas, drive 6 hours to a mountain, get there, and then row a fucking canoe to the ceremony. And I was like, I can't do all that.
Fuck that.
Yeah. I don't know about the canoe thing.
Dude, we
but
could have hung out.
asked
Jack,
them.
we could have hung out.
Dude, it would have cost me $2,500, and I was like, dude, no, I just spent $5,000 on my teeth, and I'm good. Like, no, I'm good. I'm fine. Absolutely not. Anyway,
What was wrong with your teeth? What happened to your teeth?
So So back here, so I put off a bunch of teeth work for a long time, right? So these two here are caps. I got fucking jumped by like 10 dudes, me and my boy Vince. And let's just say my teeth were shattered. So that was a long line, and this was 12, 13 years ago.
I was about to say, if you want to get revenge, bro, let me know.
No, well, it was like a fucking gang situation. We did not see it coming. Let's just put it that way.
Okay.
What was funny, because I was so skinny at the time, my face didn't swell, so the cops didn't believe me that I got beat up. They believed my boy Vince because his face was like a fucking pumpkin. But I'll tell you who did believe me, my dentist. So, but I finally, like, took me forever, but I had to get some more caps, and I had to redo these. So that was about 5 racks. And then I got another $2,000 I'm about to drop. So,
and after he gets 10,000 subs, he's getting a grill.
Yeah.
Insurance doesn't cover shit. It doesn't cover anything.
It's a scam. Dental insurance.
I don't.
Scam.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Holy fuck yeah.
Daniel knows a lot about dentistry, right?
Yeah, I was working in the field for a long time and oral
yeah.
surgery as well. It's a fucking scam.
Yeah, I'm
because
about
of TikTok,
probably-
he can't work at the dentist's office anymore.
Yeah, I'm like 15
I got fired.
I believe it. But
I got fired because of my social media. The Karen of a manager, when she said, "Oh, I'm going to look into everything," I didn't believe her. She actually looked into everything.
Well, what did she
They
find?
love spying, bro. What are you
She
talking
lied
about?
about it. She lied about it. I come in one day and she said, "Oh, you didn't get my email?" I said, "No, what's up?" She said, "We decided to let you go. We brought in someone from the past to move forward." And prior to this, she was saying how she wanted to move forward with me. I was doing such a great job. I was a good worker. It had nothing to do with my work at all. And then I find out that she found my social media, and that's what did it. And I had a choice to make, right? I said, okay, I'm either going to go this route as revenge, shove it in her face, and keep doing what I'm doing, or I'm going to delete my social media and.
Well, here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna start wrapping this up. I want to finish up. I just got another question. So, like, guys, I'm not gonna pressure you to do this, but Dania here, Cesar Dania. You could just look him up. He'll pop right up. It's CZARDANYA. Here, I'll type that in the chat. Give him a follow. You don't have to, but at least check him out. Give him a go. He's a cool dude, and he's not afraid to say what he's thinking. And then Shape's got the models. I think you all can spell that. But real quick, I think because what I've noticed with the YouTube shit, we might get a little geeked out here, but we'll keep it entertaining. But like, because these two gentlemen are making content, and with the YouTube stuff, I've been trying to, show Shape what I know. Shape's been telling me some shit. So, if you guys, me and Shape, we've been talking like every day for like a week, I think. So, Cesar, if you ever want to fucking chop it up, and it took me forever to get thumbnails good. I'm more than happy to help.
I would love to. Yeah, I'm about to get StreamYard. I really like StreamYard and the program.
It's very nice, and I kind of like this whole because I let like the people who watch my channel and support me jump in the chat, and it's very fun. I highly recommend you guys do that. It builds like a fun community and lets people kind of get a voice of sorts. I wish I had that when I was like getting no views.
Now
which
I got like
what,
like 100 live viewers right now.
We're doing good. We got like 72 right now. It was up there for a bit, but we've been going for fucking 2
It
hours.
peaked at 100, I think, though, for sure.
Yeah, we're at 2 hours and 33 minutes. It's good.
But
good
yeah,
time.
And still got
so-
70 people on. Jesus.
So what I want everyone to do is we're gonna do a fun exercise when we leave here. I'll start with Cesar Dania. What's your next year accomplishment? And then we'll go
Is
over
to have the biggest podcast on all social media outlets where we make just Pearly things obsolete, whatever podcast obsolete. That's my goal. I want these motherfuckers to go extinct, so no one remembers them.
All right,
at
well, guys, you definitely go check out Cesar Dania's channel. Give him a go. Go in there and give him a chance. He's a cool dude. I like his stuff. Shape, what's your next yearly goal? And this is for everybody in the chat too. Go ahead and just, because sometimes you don't have anybody to tell this to who's on the same page. So you could type in the chat your next yearly goal, Have no shame. It could be the biggest thing you want. Shape, you go. Next year goal. Just say it. Spit it out. You know what you want.
Move to Thailand, get like 2 Thai bitches.
Okay.
No lady boys.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
no,
Steve.
none of that.
Appreciate that.
No, I'm
brother.
playing it. My next goal for the next year is just to hit 100K, bro. I know
100K
me.
in the bank or 100K subscribers.
Yo, shockingly enough, I'd rather 100K subs than 100K in the bank. I don't know why. That sounds crazy.
Oh, dude, 100K in
it's
the
true.
bank feels awesome. I highly
It
recommend
feels
it.
awesome, but you know, 100K subs can make you a lot more money than that.
Okay, no, I
so if
get.
you had to
I get,
choose one, like
you're thinking
yeah.
the long. I got you. I got you.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
that would
so-
equate. That would equate to the same outcome. So, all right. For me, my goal is just to be full-time comedian / YouTuber. So that's my goal for the next year.
Yeah,
What
that's a
about
good
you,
goal.
Gio? What's your goal?
Fuck, man.
Next
I want to
year.
sell. Yeah, I want to sell my fucking car because right now the used car price is going back up. I just want to get rid of it, dude. I don't need it. Also for YouTube though, shit, man. You know, I want to just obviously just grow the channel more. I'm doing the puppet things. I got a lot of really great ideas with the puppets. Gonna do
Yeah,
funny skits.
Gio's on another realm, man. So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
fuck
dude.
with
and
Gio. He's a good guy.
yeah,
I like.
I got one puppet complete, and it was just it's so amazing to do, just create shit. I'm writing a book, and I'm hoping to have it on Audible. Hopefully by
All right, if you real
mid
quick,
next
let me
year.
make this easy. Let me make this easier for you because I've learned how to stretch myself thin over the years. One goal that you want the most, just say the one, just the one.
Oh man, finish my audiobook.
There you go. Bingo. Now you know what you're gonna do. All right, guys. You guys leave your shit in the chats. Definitely check out Cesar's channel, Shape's channel, and Gio's channel. You don't have to, but you know, people helping people.
Man.
Church steeple, you know, people helping, whatever.
Well, I'll message you later tonight, Jack, because I got to wrap up and leave this.
All right, for sure.
Leave this place. But
Yeah,
man,
and
it's good talking with everybody here.
yeah, Dania, definitely get my contact from Shape. More than happy to chop it up with you guys.
I'm gonna subscribe.
Outside of
to your channel.
this. Yeah, but I'm saying like on the phone, you know, because it's what I've learned over the years is like when you're doing something totally alone, and you know, it's way easier when you're able to talk about these things with somebody reaching for the same goal. So that's
True.
why I was like, because me and Shape, I feel like we've talked literally every day for like 6 days straight.
All about YouTube and fucking getting rich.
Yeah, because not even about you.
I know.
About getting rich. I just want to make
Making $1 million.
I'm cool with $8,000 a month. I'm rich with that.
I'm gonna let Jack be the modest one. I'm gonna be the dude.
Yeah.
As live streams going on, you see, I got a Versace shirt, Rolex in the live stream. You know, so I'm gonna be the.
I'm still gonna
Jack's
pull up
gonna stay the way he is still.
in the 85 caddy though, the coupe. I'm still gonna pull up, but other than that, yeah, I'm good. But yeah, hey, Cesar, I really appreciate you jumping in, brother. Gio,
Thank you,
Shape,
guys.
everybody in the chat. I know I'm awesome at reading the comments in my real videos and in the live. Apparently I'm not good at it yet. But
Yo,
we'll
and it
get there.
disappears, right? All this shit disappears. You can't.
It don't matter, man. It's
That's
venting.
crazy.
Let it out. Let it go, and we move on. And guys, we'll see you next Sunday, 6 p.m. I'm gonna start doing this every Sunday, basically every Sunday. I might miss a Sunday, but next Sunday, 6 p.m. And also, you know, usual vids are coming out. And yeah, man.
All right. Well,
Hey.
y'all have a good night. Thank you for having me.
Good talk.
All right.
Great talk.
Take care, guys.
All right, man.
Peace, people.
Later, guys. Much love to everybody.
Thank you, by the way. I love
Of
this.
course.
Man. Yeah.